For the biggest prize in American cricket, the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship returns June 25th.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
पहले आपने ये तो रिकॉर्ड किया है ना, हैं? नहीं तो मैंने तो रिकॉर्ड किया है, उसमें प्ले भी हो रहा है। अब क्या करें, वो डायरेक्ट कैमरे का प्ले कर दें HDMI से। अच्छा बात सुने, लाइव हुआ है ना, ये तो लाइव गया है ना। अच्छा बात सुने, वो मेरा ही कैमरा लगा हुआ है अभी। स्विच कौन सा हुआ, मेरा ही कैमरा हुआ है।
Hello.
Okay, so hello everyone. Now we are starting with the first game over here at the Moosa Stadium in this 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Tournament presented by Sunoco. The first ball of the match coming up. This is well bowled and this is going towards the third man boundary. That's 4. It came off the leading edge. It was well bowled actually. The first ball here by Ali Bangash, the batsman. A good start over here for the Michigan Stars. 4 of the first ball for the opening batter. I would like
For this game here between the Michigan and the Lone Star Athletics here at the Moosa, the absolutely stunning Moosa Cricket Stadium in PLN, Texas. So here comes Ali Bangash for his second delivery of the over.
This one is wide outside the off stump and it's gone away for 4 wide. So it's 5 runs of that ball. It swung away from the right-handed batter. It was way outside the off stump, missed by the keeper. Not quite the start Ali would have wanted over here. 9 runs on the board already and it's just 1 ball. 5 wides over there, Prithvi. Yeah, so that's what's happening over here. 9 runs of the first ball and a good start over here by Michigan Stars. Ali Bangash coming in, second ball of the over. He's bowling from the Pearland end. This is well bowled, punched off the back foot gloriously. It's a fantastic shot by the opening batter. This has gone away towards the backward point boundary. What a shot over there. 4 runs all the way. And this is the perfect start over here for Michigan Stars, Prithvi.
Fantastic start here again. Like 3 boundaries for the first 3 balls, including they have moved on to 9 runs of just 2 deliveries.
It's 13 on the board already and it's a good start over here. Ali Bangash coming in now and it's Anwar, the opening batter, who's already got 2 boundaries. He's batting on 8 of just 2 balls. Remember the 5 wides as an additional bonus that the Michigan team has. In comes Ali Bangash. This is well bowled and it's defended towards point. A good ball over there by getting into some sort of a rhythm over here, Prithvi.
Definitely, he would like to build on that momentum and finish the over strongly here because he's already gone for a couple boundaries and Ali Bangash will like to come back in this over.
Yeah, then it's Anwar on strike who's batting on 8. In comes Ali Bangash. This is again well bowled full. This is driven towards covers and good fielding over there at mid-off, preventing that single. So 2 dot balls over here. That's a good start now.
Yeah, that builds his confidence now, Ali. So he would like to build on this and keep bowling those good line deliveries so they can keep the Lone Star Athletic.
First ball of the inning. So that's a change that the Lone Star Athletics captain Siddesh has made. Just working on the angles to ensure they're covering those bases in that sense. As we see Ali Bangash coming in, 5th ball of the first over and it's Anwar on strike. In comes Ali. This is again well bowled and this is driven towards covers. A good stop over there by the fielder at covers and 3 dot balls. So it's 13 of 5 balls. At the other end, the other opening batter is R. Scott. So that's the opening combination over here for the Michigan Stars.
Yes,
Final
definitely.
ball of the first over coming up.
There was some hesitation in taking the run, but they went against it. So a dot ball for Bangash here.
The batter just taking a look at the wicket. Final ball of the first. He's taking his time. We see a square leg inside the circle. There's a short fine. Third man and sweeper cover out. In comes Ali Bangash. This is again well bowled, driven towards covers, another dot ball. So a good finish by Ali Bangash after the first. All right, so we have the second over about to start. It's going to be Derwell Green who's going to open the bowling from the Macy Ranch end, and it's going to be Ryan Scott who is going to face his first ball, the left-handed Ryan Scott on strike. Derwell Green coming in from the Macy Ranch end. This one is played beautifully. This is going towards the extra cover boundary. That's a glorious start here by Ryan Scott. First ball, and he has put it over outside the 30-yard circle. Full use of the power play. A glorious way to start. And what a shot that one, Prithvi.
Definitely. One bounce over the fence here. 4 runs. Again, that's a good confidence build up here for our Scott here. And Derwell Green would like to change up, but this is going to be an interesting matchup here between Green and
So they have come out right from ball one. They are looking to take the attack to the opposition and sort of trying to make a statement over here of some sorts, as we see Derwell Green coming in now. Again, this is gloriously played over the bowler's head, and that's a beautifully played straight. Scott, 2 back-to-back boundaries, exactly what he would have wanted, similar to the first over, and the intent is clear over here, Prithvi.
Definitely. That was a glorious shot again, it's coming straight off the bat, ultimate straight down the bowler's end. This, again, it's the power play, only.
So with the power play on, just 2 fielders outside the circle, and Michigan Stars making complete use of the power play, as we see the 2 fielders, the third man outside the circle, and we have a deep square leg in place. So making full use of the power play, showing intent right from the first ball, both the batters, and Michigan Stars, they have raced on to 21 of just 8 balls so far, as we see Derwell Green coming in from the Macy Ranch end. This is well bowled. It left
Green missing the offside here from Scott, and he would like to keep building on this again.
Yeah, I think it's important that Derwell Green sticks to his strengths, that is bowling outside the off stump, the 4th stump line, the corridor of uncertainty. Of course, it's never easy when the batters are going after you, but that's a good comeback here, and Green would like to maintain that momentum and ensure that he's sticking to that length, as we see the 4th ball of the second over coming up. Green to Scott. This is well bowled again, and that's very nicely done. Appeal for caught behind, but not out signaled by the umpire and right.
The umpire on the sense.
All right, so yeah, I mean it's been good from Green after the first couple of balls. He's made, especially the last 2 balls, and he's made the adjustment in the length, as we can see over here. Exactly what his captain would want from him, especially after the first 2 balls, which were a tad fuller, and those were easy pickings for Scott.
Definitely, and he can get the edge here from our Scott. Here comes Green again.
This one is, well, this was a tad short, and Scott tried to play it off the back foot on the leg side. Sort of a similar over compared to the first one again, because after the first couple of balls, which went for some boundaries in the first over,
A pattern here in the first 2 overs so far. So let's see what Green comes up with his last ball of this over here. Our Scott again will be playing all the whole over for this one.
Yeah, and Green is trying to angle the ball away from the left-handed batter in those good areas. Final ball coming up this time again, well bowled, good pace, and that carried, and that was a good finish. Good over there by Green. For no loss after 2. Good start over here, as Ali Bangash will continue from the Pearland end. He's given away 13 runs in his first over. Both the batters are batting on 8 of 6 balls with a couple of boundaries, and Ali Bangash is getting ready to bowl the first ball of his second over here. He's coming in from the Pearland end. It's Anwar on strike. This is full, and this is driven. This time he's picked up the back gap beautifully between mid-off and covers, and that's gone for a 4. A glorious cover drive over there by Anwar. Exactly what he would have wanted, especially after hitting it straight to the fielder of the previous over where he tried to play. But it's Ali Bangash's pace which probably ensured that he could not connect it the way he would have wanted. As we see now, for the first time, Ali Bangash is going to bowl to the left-handed batter Ryan Scott. What the 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, it's going to be third man outside the circle, who is third man is actually not that fine. He's sort of a little bit wide, and that's probably because Ali Bangash is going to angle the ball away from the left-handed batter. And the second fielder outside the circle is the fielder outside the 30 yards on the offside. That's the sweeper cover. As we see Ali Bangash coming in, he's bowling from the PL end. This is outside the off stump, and this is played away towards the sweeper cover fielder, and it's just a single. So that's a good game plan over here by Ali Bangash, Prithvi.
Yes, definitely. And now I think they've started rotating strikes here, but that's a good thing for the Lone Star Athletics point of view, because they're not getting boundaries here, as singles are not hurting them at all.
Yeah,
But
I mean, left hand, right hand combination always an advantage, no matter what you say, because the bowlers have never easy.
yes, definitely. So they'll be looking for a breakthrough here, Lone Star Athletics, so the Michigan cricket star don't go away with the scorecard here.
Bowled here, and it's a single, a quick single towards point. Nicely done by both the batters. Good understanding between them. And again, it's going to be the left-handed batter on strike. So again, it's the left-handed Ryan Scott on strike. He's batting on 9 now of 7 balls. Ali Bangash, he's into his second over. He's given away 20 runs so far. He's coming right arm over to the left-handed batter. In comes Ali Bangash. This is well bowled. It was on the middle stump, played back to the bowler. Good ball over there by Ali and defended back to him. It's a dot ball. That's a very good ploy as well. I mean, bowling onto the stumps, into the body. Something that will not give the left-handed batter any room, which is what he would ideally want it to be.
Definitely, that's a good angle here, bowling Ali Bangash here around the wicket. So he would like to finish strong this over here. 1 ball to go of this over. Ryan Scott is on 9 runs, facing 8 deliveries so far, about 100 strike rate.
Yeah, final ball of the third over coming up. 28 for no loss, Michigan Cricket Stars, and Ali Bangash coming into Ryan Scott. This is well bowled again. It's into the body, a quick single towards mid-wicket. Good running over there by both the batters. After 3 overs, Michigan Cricket Stars are 29 for no loss, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Oh, yeah! Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom.
Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Alright, so 3 overs, 29 for no loss, and it's going to be Durwell Green who's going to continue from the Macy Ranch end. He's going to bowl to Ryan Scott. Durwell Green came back really well after the first couple of balls of his previous over, which went for 2 boundaries. He bowled 4 dot balls to Ryan Scott, so he would want to continue that rhythm, especially against the left-handed batter. In comes Green from the Macy Ranch end. Ryan Scott on strike. This one is played gloriously towards the covers boundary. This has gone away. It's nicely picked between he's picked up the back gap beautifully between covers and mid-off. A glorious shot over there, Prithvi.
Definitely, it had a glimpse of the Chris Gale cover drive. If we look at it again, a beautiful drive in the gap here on the offside. 4 runs here for Ryan Scott.
Yeah, and very good point, Prithvi. I mean, the ease with which he played that shot. I mean, that sort of you got the Caribbean flair in that to some extent. Very rightly said, Prithvi. But just the sort of start it's been, the first 3-4 overs, the first ball of every over has gone for a boundary. That's interesting.
Definitely, I think they've came out here with the game plan here. So, every first ball of every over, just dismantle the bowler. Don't give him time. Don't get him time to, adjust to this over. So I think, again, they're going after the bowlers every first ball of every over here.
Yeah, and change in angle now from Durwell Green. He's coming right arm round, and it's going to be interesting what happens. We'll see the 2 fielders outside the circle. There's a third man outside the circle. And there is a deep square leg. In comes Green. And this is beautifully bowled. And it's a dot ball. Good comeback over there by Green. This one was angled away from the left-handed batter, but with the right arm around angle, it's never easy because you expect the ball to come into you, and then when it's leaving you, it's something that is always a challenge. What do you think, Prithvi?
Yes, so if he bowls here from around the wicket here, it'll give Ryan Scott a lot to think about, how to play his shots, and he has to look at his field again. So here comes Durwell Green here.
Durwell Green coming into Ryan Scott, and from the Macy Ranch end. This is again well bowled, beaten outside the off stump. So this is a very good change here by Green. I mean, he sort of realized if he comes right arm around, it's not going to make it easy for Scott, because with the right arm over angle, it was something that was giving the left-handed batter some sort of room, which is what he used on the first ball of this over. So good change here by Green. He is thinking, he's coming up with a plan B, and he is implementing it really well over here.
Definitely not bowling into his arc here. Double Green, come back 2 dot balls here. Here he is with his fifth ball of the over.
Yeah, it's the 4th ball coming up here. Green. This time it's beautifully played by Ryan Scott. He gave himself some room. He picked it up over the covers fielder, and that's gone one bounce into the fence on the off here for Ryan Scott. He's looking really good. I mean, out of the 4 balls in this over, 2 have gone for boundaries, and this time Ryan Scott gave himself some room and pick it up over the covers fielder. Exactly what we saw over here. A glorious shot over there, Prithvi.
Yeah, that was absolutely electric here from Ryan Scott here. Again, Double Green coming around the wicket, this time giving him too much space and room.
09, just the sort of start Michigan would have wanted as Green comes into Scott. This one is full, and that's bowled him. That's a very good ball here by Green. Beaten for pace, Ryan Scott. Before the bat came down, the ball crashed onto the off stump, and the pace was seen in the ball after hitting the stumps. It's gone away towards the boundary. That's just the sort of pace we would expect from Double Green. The first wicket over here for Lone Star Athletics, and it's come at the right time for them, Prithvi.
Wanted a wicket in this power play, and they've got one of Ryan Scott, who was looking dangerous in the first 3-4 overs here. And they finally, he tried to hit it, but he missed, and Double Green aims the stump, and he got his wicket here. First wicket down for the Michigan Cricket Stars, and they are 37 for 1.
37 for 1, final ball of the 4th coming up. Before the new batter comes in, it's going to be interesting what sort of tactics Lone Star Athletics come up with now. Started for 8. Right, here we would like to take a chance to thank our sponsors: Seventh Energy, Sunoco, it's Nitya Capital, Orient Tech, Modular Equipment, Krypton, Nawab's Biryani House, and Monk's Restaurant. Thank you to all the sponsors. As we have the number 3 batter who's walked in now for the Michigan Cricket Stars. It is going to be Haladar Das, as he's getting ready to face his first ball, and Green is getting ready to bowl his final ball of the 2nd over of his spell. He's given away 16 runs, and he's picked up the important wicket of Ryan Scott with that beautiful Yorker which crashed the off stump, and it was bowled with searing pace. Final ball of the 4th over coming up, 37 for 1. In comes Green to Das. This is well bowled, defended back to the bowler. Good finish here by Green. 4 overs gone. Michigan Cricket Stars are 37 for 1, and we'll be back in a few seconds. Okay, it's going to come in now. He is a very experienced player, and we saw all his experience in play last year when he had those vital knocks picking up in their successful season last year. Lone Star Athletics were the first team across US to make it to the playoffs last year, and they had a very successful campaign. Not to forget, or not to mention, Moosa Stadium was sort of like their fortress, where they hardly lost any game. And now they're back on their favorite ground, their home ground, especially after losing the first game in Dallas. This is their 2nd game, and this is the first game for the Michigan Cricket Stars team. They have one more game tomorrow, which is going to take place at the Prairie View Stadium. As we see, Janisar Khan is getting ready to bowl his first ball, and he is going to bowl to Anwar, who's batting on 14 of 9. Norman Anwar with 3 boundaries. We see the fielders outside the circle. We have a sweeper cover, and we have a long off in place as Janisar is getting ready to bowl to Anwar first ball. This is again bowled well. It's nicely done by the fielder on the leg side, preventing that quick single. So Janisar is an experienced campaigner, Prithvi. I mean, he will vary his pace. He will bowl stump to stump, and he will keep bowling those good areas, those good lines. He'll bowl a good line and length, exactly what you would, especially in this situation.
Definitely, it seems like he's going to keep the batter guessing here. Approach bowling to Norman Anwar.
Yeah, Norman Anwar, I mean, he's sort of got a start, but as an opening batter, he would want to carry on playing all the 20 overs as the second ball comes up here. This is short outside the off stump. It's cut away. This is going towards the third man by 4 runs. The gap that Anwar picked up over here between short third and backward point. A very nicely played shot, dissecting those two fielders, and yet another 4 over here in the early part of the over, Prithvi.
Definitely a beautiful square cut here from Norman Anwar. A little bit change in the pattern here because we didn't get a boundary of the first ball, but we did get a boundary of the second ball of this 5th over here.
Yes, and Michigan Stars, as we said, they are dealing in boundaries. 41 for 1, 4 point ways there, and the intent is to go get those extra runs always. As we see a change in field, now we have a gully in place, a short third, and a backward point. So Janissar packing the offside field as he comes in for his third ball. This time he tried to heave it on the leg side. In the end, he just played it to mid-on. It was a good ball by Janissar, a good comeback after the previous ball, which was a tad shorter. Janissar, 4th ball of the over coming up. Janissar to Anwar. Again, this is beautifully bowled. That was a very good ball by Janissar, beating him outside the off stump, showing all his experience here, Prithvi.
Yeah, Norman completely missing the ball out there here. He was so close for a slight inside edge there, but it brushes past the bat. No runs here again. Dot ball.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that experience with pads. It's flicked away towards mid-wicket for a single. Nicely done that by Anwar. So we have Haladar Das, who's going to be on strike for the final ball of the 5th over. It's 42 for 1 after 4.5 for Michigan Cricket Stars. It's been a good over so far, just 5 runs of it. Remember, this is the power play that's going on. Some suggestions there by the keeper as we see the new batter Haladar Das, who's faced 1 ball so far in his inning. He's getting ready to face his first ball against Janissar Khan, as Janissar has got the 2 fielders outside the circle. There is a sweeper cover out and there is a long off outside the circle. In comes Janissar to Haladar Das. This is well bowled, and again it's a dot ball to Fleckens.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Alright, so we have a change in bowling now. It's going to be the captain who's coming in from the Messi Ranch and Siddesh Pathare. He has got himself on. Final over of the power play. What are your thoughts on?
We'll be bowling to Norman Anwar, who is a set batsman right now, scoring 19 runs of 14 deliveries.
Yeah, and I think one of the things over here, if we got to understand, Siddesh and Janissar, they will bowl stump to stump. They will bowl those good lengths. They will bowl in good areas. More often than not, they will not give you that loose ball. You'll have to create that opportunity. And I think that's the game plan that Lone Star Athletics have now, especially after the start that Michigan Cricket Stars have got. We see the 2 fielders outside the circle for Siddesh. There is a long on and there is a deep mid-wicket in place. And on the offside, we have a short third. We have backward point, covers, 2 fielders in the cover section, mid-off. In comes Siddesh. This is full and that's nicely done. It's played towards long on by Anwar for a single, but that's exactly what I was saying, Prithvi. They will bowl good lengths, and that's exactly what we saw on the first ball from Siddesh.
Definitely, he was bowling right in the block hole there, not giving enough time and room here for Norman to get a big shot out of here.
Yeah, and it's going to be the second ball of the over coming up, and we see a change, like in a catching position on the offside, as we see there's a change in field. The fielders switching positions. There's a short fine in place. There is a square leg fielder at point and 2 fielders in the cover region. In comes Siddesh. Das on strike. This is full, and this is played towards mid-off. A quick single, and that could have been close. Had that hit directly, that probably would have been out, Prithvi.
Yes, there was a risky single there, but there's good running again between the wickets here, making sure, they can keep the scoreboard ticking here for the Michigan Cricket Stars.
Yeah, and Lone Star Athletics probably would not mind these singles, especially in the power play. I mean, after the start that they have got, where they were going for boundaries almost every over, 1 to 2 boundaries. Now they would not mind the odd singles here and there, as that's something that would definitely be a given. As we see, Siddesh is getting ready to bowl his third ball of this over. In comes Siddesh. It's Anwar on strike. Anwar giving himself some room, but that was well bowled and not giving any room from his end. So 3 singles of the first 3 balls, exactly what Siddesh would have wanted.
Again, the last 2 overs has been extremely useful here for the Michigan Cricket Stars here. They are not able to score much runs here, and the Lone Star.
It's gone towards the long off boundary. That's a glorious shot by Das. He got some room. He made full use of it. That's exactly what happens when you're bowling in the power play. If any room is given to a good batter, he's going to cash in, and that's exactly what happened. And we saw this, a glorious shot by Das. He gets his first boundary over the head of mid-off.
That will bring some confidence to him, and that was a welcome boundary here for the Michigan Cricket Stars.
Yep, and 45 for 1 now. In fact, 49 for 1 now after 5.4. Siddesh coming in for the 5th ball of this over. Das on strike. This is well bowled, and that's a quick single mid-wicket. Good running between both the batters. From Michigan's point of view, Prithvi, it's nice to see the way they are rotating the strike to ensure there are very few dot balls.
Yes, definitely. They're currently going at about the power play coming up here from Siddesh Pathare, bowling to Halander Das.
Yeah, and it's 50 on the board, and final ball of the power play. Siddesh bowling. That's played off the back foot towards covers. It's a dot ball to finish the over. After 6, it's 50 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds.
So here is Jan Nisar Khan. He'll be continuing from the other end.
Yeah, Janisar to continue from the Pearland end. So Janisar to continue from the Pearland end, and he's given away 5 runs in his first over. Now the power play is done, so we'll have to see the field. What's the field as we see the first ball coming up from Janisar? It's Das on strike. This is Janisar, very nicely done. As we see after the power play, the field is outside the circle. There's a sweeper cover. There is long off, long on, deep mid wicket, and a deep square leg in place. So those are the 5 fielders outside the circle as Janisar gets ready to bowl his second ball of the over. This is again well bowled, stump to stump, very good length, 2 dot balls. Janisar showing all his experience. The fielders inside the circle. There is a cover fielder. We have 1 fielder at short fine. There's a fielder at backward point, and there's a fielder at short third. So Janisar is doing it very nicely over here. 2 dot balls to start in his second over as it's Das on strike. This is again well bowled, and this is nicely done by Das. He's again picked up the gap beautifully between the short third and the backward point fielder. Yet another 4 over here for Das, and not quite what Janisar would have wanted, but that was gloriously played there.
Yeah, that was split very, very late here from Halander
So it's going to be interesting to see what sort of tactics they basically have in place now. What I was talking about, again, Josh, a very, very wonderful talent from the Houston cricket fraternity. A very humble guy. He's making his debut over here, in fact, in the minor league tournament. A lefty over here, and we would ideally want him to have a good debut over here from Lone Star Athletics point of view.
Just no boundaries coming actually of the last 2 overs, I believe.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good after the power play, especially from the Lone Star Athletics team. As Josh comes in to bowl his third ball. This is again angled into the right-handed batter, and it's just a single on the leg side towards mid-wicket. At the same time, let's make no mistake, Michigan Cricket Stars, they have a good platform over here. They've lost just 1 wicket. They have runs on the board, 60 plus. Both the batters are really... So it's even Stevens here. I mean, a couple of overs from either way. If they go towards Michigan's way, or if they go towards Lone Star's way, the match can go the off stump. Dot ball towards covers. We see some appreciation from the dugout by the head coach Kuldeep Patel and the reserves who are sitting in the dugout. So they are encouraging the young lad who's making his debut here. As Josh comes in, this is again angled on the leg side, a single towards square leg here. So 4 runs off the first 5 balls. This has been a good over here by Josh. He's bowling a tad quicker. He's not giving the ball any air so far, but he does use the flight very beautifully from what I've seen till date.
Yes, definitely. He's bowling according to the plan. They're trying to restrict them to as low as possible. So here comes Josh again for this last ball of the over.
This time the batter has stepped down and he's picked it up beautifully. It's gone outside the ground, and that's a glorious shot all the way for 6. And that's exactly what happens when you make good use of the feet. What a shot that one, Prithvi.
Definitely has the first 6 of the innings here for the Michigan Cricket Stars, and they'll be happy with the finish for this over here. Big 6 to finish Josh over.
Yeah, it's been 10 of that over, so not quite the finish that Josh would have wanted. But again, credit to the batter, the way he used his feet. Exactly what you would want from a top order batter playing against a spinner. That's the end of the over. We'll be back in a few seconds.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Alright, so after 9, almost 8 per over, Noman Anwar is batting beautifully on 30 of just 23 balls. He's got 4 boundaries and 1 6. He's going at a strike rate of 130 and also going at a strike rate of over 100. From the bowler's perspective, Siddesh has bowled 2 overs. He's given away just 13. Josh, in fact, gave 9 runs in his first over, and Janisar has given away just 12 runs in his 2 overs. Durwal Green by 16 runs in his 2 overs. And Ali Bangash was a tad expensive. He went for 21 in his 2 overs. So that's the scenario right now, 71 for 1. As we have a change in bowling from the Macy Ranch end, it's Nitish Kumar who is going to bowl now. This is short outside the off stump. It's played away towards the point fielder. A quick single in the end over here for the Michigan Cricket Stars team. As we'll see Noman Anwar, he is going to be back on strike now. Haladar Das moves on to 19. Nitish Kumar is a very smart bowler, Prithvi. He was one of the key elements for the successful campaign last year for Lone Star Athletics. In comes Nitish Kumar. This is bowled outside the off stump. It's a single towards sweeper cover. Yeah, talking about Nitish Kumar, Prithvi, he runs through his overs. He bowls those quick overs, exactly what you would want, especially in T20 cricket.
Yeah, so that's much needed here in T20 cricket. Everyone's trying to get through the overs, especially, not giving up boundaries. Here comes Nitish Kumar.
Third ball of the over here. This time it's picked up on the leg side and it's gone towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. That's a glorious shot by the batter. He picked up the gap between long on and deep mid-wicket and he bisected both the fielders. Nicely done there by the batter.
Yeah, 4 runs here, 4 crucial runs here again for the Michigan Cricket Stars. Now they're trying to accelerate the innings here, getting boundaries of each over here.
Yeah, Haladar Das picked up that beautifully. He's got his 3rd boundary. He's raced on to 23 now of just 19 as Nitish Kumar comes in to bowl to Das. This is outside the off stump and slower through the air. It's played away towards sweeper cover for just a single. And nicely done. A good throw there by the fielder from outside the circle. I believe it was Josh there, but nicely done by Josh. But yeah, I mean, this is good smart bowling by Nitish. After that boundary, he's bowled this ball slower and outside the off stump. Tactically nicely done as Nitish comes in to bowl to Anwar. Again outside the off stump, nicely done. It's a dot ball. So the tactic and the plan is pretty evident here, Prithvi, to keep the ball on the fourth stump and bowl it slower in.
You know, he has considered a boundary so far. So here comes Nitish Kumar for his last ball of the over.
Final ball to Anwar. This time it's full and this is played away beautifully. It's going towards extra cover. Nicely done by the fielder at long off. A couple of runs. Looks like it's a run out. Appeal for run out, but
the umpire doesn't seem interested.
Well, looks like the batter made it easily in the end. So 2 runs. So after 10 overs, Michigan Cricket Stars, they are 80 for 1, and we will be back in a few seconds. Alright, so we have a change in commentary over here. It's going to be Tarun Paul who's joined me in the commentary box. Welcome, Tarun.
Hello, thank you for having me. It's a great game going on right now. Lone Star, it's Josh bowling in.
Alright, so Josh coming in now from the PL end, and we'll see what happens. It's the first ball. This is nicely done. Appeal for leg before, but looks like it was going down with the arm. And it's a dot ball to start. So good start over here by Josh in his second over after having gone for 6 of the final ball of his first. So Josh getting ready to bowl his second ball of this over. In comes Josh. This time the batter steps down and he's bowling. That's the first wicket for Josh in minor league cricket. The batter tried to step down. In the end, he missed the ball and deceived in the flight. Athletics after the important partnership that Das and Anwar were building for the second wicket. So 2 down now. Das has to depart for 24 or 22 balls. And it's the second wicket down for Michigan Cricket Stars. They are 80 for 2 after 10.2. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so Tarun, hope you're enjoying this minor league game and your thoughts on the facilities and everything.
Oh yeah, it's a really good game going on right now. The grounds are beautiful. Looked at the pitch earlier. It's a really nice, pitch to bat on. I think both the captain wanted to bat first. It's a good ground, and yeah, it's an ICC certified ground. What else do you want?
Because then they'll come back and say to me like, what are you talking? Oh, okay. Just talk basic things. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we have the number 4 batter who's walked in. It's the left-handed batter for Michigan Cricket Stars, Zishan Maqsood, the captain, coming in at number 4 for Michigan Cricket Stars. Tactically, it's a good ploy, Tarun, because with the left-arm spinner both.
Josh is coming into bowl.
Outside the off stump, and it's played away towards backward point for a single. So Zishan is off the mark for Michigan Cricket Stars, and it's 81 for 2 now. It's the 11th over going on. Josh kept that ball outside the off stump. In fact, on the 5th stump, Zishan had to reach for it, which he did, and he placed it towards backward point in the gap for fielders outside the circle. There is a deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on, long off, and sweeper cover as Josh gets ready to bowl the next ball. This is well bowled, quicker through the air, the arm ball. It's a dot ball here. So Josh is really settling into a good rhythm. He's into his second over and he's given away only 10 runs so far, picked up a wicket. Fifth ball of the over coming up. It's Anwar on strike. Stump, but that's beautifully picked up by Anwar. A glorious shot over long on. There was a fielder in place at long on, but over the head, backing himself. And that's yet another 6 for the Michigan Cricket Stars. That's a glorious shot, Tarun.
That was a beautiful shot. It was high in the air, but like went outside the boundary.
Yeah, Josh flighting the ball, giving it some air, and in the end, Noman Anwar backing himself to hit the ball all the way, and he gets his. He's raced on to 39 now of just 28 balls with those 2 sixes. As Josh comes in for the final ball of his over. This time he's kept it wide and it's gone over long off. Yet another 6. A glorious shot again by Anwar. His third 6, the third 6 of the inning. And again, what a shot that one, Tarun.
That one's even bigger. It was gone all the way for 6 over long off. Beautiful shot.
Well, Josh, not quite the finish that he would have wanted after picking up a wicket over here in this over. But after 11 overs, Michigan Cricket Stars are 93 for 2, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Oh, yeah. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never...
Yeah, same conference. Call it conference. Pacific Conference and Atlantic Conference. Alright, so now we have the left-handed batter Zishan Maksud, the captain. He will be facing the first ball of the 12th over. It's Nitish Kumar to continue. Nitish Kumar went for 9 runs of his first over. Nitish Kumar was one of the important players last year for Lone Star Athletics with the bat and with the ball, and he's getting ready to bowl the first ball from the Macy Ranch end. This is well bowled. It's nicely played by Zishan on the offside for a single. So we have the right-handed batter now on strike. It's Noman Anwar, who is on 45 of just 29 balls with 4 boundaries and 3 sixes. He's going at a strike rate of 155 plus, exactly what Michigan would have wanted from him as a top order batter. As we see a change in field for the right-handed batter, there's a Nitish Kumar coming in now. This one is gloriously played again over long on. What a shot that one by Anwar. And it's back-to-back sixes. In fact, 3 in 3 balls for him. He moves on to his 50 with that one. What a way to get to it. He races to 51 of just 30 balls with 4 boundaries and 4 sixes. A glorious shot. What a shot that one, Tarun.
That was a beautiful innings by him. That shot was huge over long on.
The way Anwar is going at this moment as Nitish Kumar comes in. This is wide outside the off stump and rightly a wide signal by the umpire. That was the quicker one that Nitish tried to bowl. Anwar is getting ready to face the next ball from Nitish Kumar. This is flighted and slower through the air. Played off the back foot towards backward point. A dot ball over there. Well bowled by Nitish after that 6. So this is a good comeback, and Nitish would like to continue this over and try to keep the over with as less boundaries as possible. This time again it's full, and this is gloriously played. It's coming towards the commentary box, and that's yet another 6 for Anwar. The ball again, it was flighted and nicely picked up by Anwar. He's got his 4th 6 in just 5 balls, and what hitting this by Noman Anwar. And that's the 100 up for Michigan Cricket Stars. They move to 101 after 11.4, and Anwar moves to 7 now. And this is really good batting from Anwar. He's showing his full repertoire and his full skill set when it comes to power hitting. This one again, it's the backward point boundary. Good fielding there by Josh at sweeper cover. A couple of runs, but this has been good batting by Anwar. He's really changed gears now as he races on now to 59 of just 33 balls. Michigan Cricket Stars are 109 for 2. Final ball of the second over for Nitish Kumar coming up. He's given away 25 runs so far, as Noman Anwar is just taking a breather after those big shots that he has played in the last few balls. In comes Nitish Kumar to Anwar. This is flighted. This is nicely played. It's a dot ball to finish the over. So after 12 overs, Michigan Cricket Stars are 109 for 2, and we'll be back in a few seconds. So Tarun, really good shots.
I mean, I don't think anything is there to say. There were big 6s. I don't think anything is there to be said. You can see what is happening here. So
It's going to be a change in bowling now. It's Janisar Khan who's coming in from the PLN end, and it's the captain Zishan Maqsood who's going to face him. The runs in his 2 overs so far. The field, we see the 5 fielders outside the circle. There is an extra cover in place, long on, long off. There is a deep fine leg, and in fact it's a deep fine leg who's actually, you can call it a deep square leg of some sort, backward square leg, and there is mid wicket in place. In comes Janisar. This is well bowled. It's a single towards the cover fielder, and a good start here by Janisar. Again, he's sticking to his plan. He's bowling the good lengths, the good areas that you would expect from this experienced campaigner. As we see the right-handed batter now, Anwar, getting ready to face his first ball of the 12th over from Janisar Khan, of the 13th over, I beg your pardon, from Janisar Khan. Almost a similar field. There's sweeper cover, long on, long off, deep mid wicket and deep square leg in place. And the fielders inside the circle, there is a short fine. I beg your pardon, there is a short third, there is a backward point, covers and mid wicket in place. In comes Janisar, second ball of the over. It's Anwar on strike. This is outside the off stump, and it's nicely done by Janisar, a dot ball. That's in the end well left by Anwar. He probably was expecting it to be a wide ball, but not quite. Smartly bowled by Janisar. Third ball of the over coming up. Janisar to Nauman Anwar, who's batting beautifully on 59 of just 35 balls. In comes Janisar to Nauman Anwar from the PLN end. Again, that's a wide ball this time. It was a tad outside that line. So Janisar on the 4th stump and sticking to his plan. So far it's been a good over, just played away towards long on. In the end, the mid-wicket fielder stopping the ball, and it's just a single. And I mean, Lone Star Athletics would not mind these singles. This is smart bowling by Janisar Khan. He's bowling to his field, actually with just a couple of wickets down. And Janisar coming in to bowl the next ball. He's bowling right arm over to the Michigan captain Zishan Maqsood. He's given the captaincy stint this time in this season, and he would like to start well with the bat and in the field as well for his team. As Janisar comes into Maqsood, this is bowled slower, it's flicked away nicely, a single. Rotation of strike is the key, left hand right hand combination, and there are very few dot balls. In fact, there have been very few dot balls throughout the inning for Michigan Cricket Stars, which has been very important in the successful in the sort of score they have got so far. They've moved to 1-1-2, and the rotation of strike has played a vital role besides the power hitting and the boundaries that they have got in this inning so far. The next ball, this time it's picked up beautifully over the bowler's head, one bounce into the fence. In fact, it's gone all the way, I beg your pardon, a tad fuller in the slot, and Nauman making full use of that ball, and a beautifully played shot all the way for 6. Final ball of the 13 coming up again. Nauman goes straight back past the bowler. This time it's hit the side screen at the tail end, and what a shot over there. That is for Nauman. His 7-6, and he moves on to 72 after 13 overs. Michigan Cricket Stars have 125 for 2, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
One, two, three.
Prithvi Patil, who's back with me. Welcome back, Prithvi, and your take on this power hitting and the amazing shots that we have seen so far. 125 for 2, Michigan Stars in just 13.
Thank you, Nikhil. It has been awesome here so far from Nauman Anwar. He has become dangerous of the last 3 overs, 5 with the loss of 2 wickets, 7 more overs to go for the end of the innings, and they are at a pretty good run rate. You know, they have a good chance to reach 200 here. What do you think, Nikhil?
Oh, 200 is definitely on the cards. I mean, the way Nauman Anwar is going, he's going at a strike rate of almost 190. He's raced on to 72 of just 38 balls with 4 boundaries and 7 sixes. And most of the sixes, as you rightly mentioned, have come in the last 3 to 4 overs. He's really taken the attack to the opposition. And at the other end is captain Zishan Maqsood, who's a left-handed batter. So that's exactly what Michigan Cricket Stars would want, a left-hand, right-hand combination going into the final 7 overs. From Lone Star Athletics' point of view, I mean, they need to get a couple of wickets right now because they would want to change the momentum. And exactly why it looks like there is a change in bowling. It's the wicket taking option of Durwell Green, who's coming into the attack now from the Macy Ranch end. Remember, he picked up the vital wicket of Ryan Scott up front. He's given away 16 runs in his 2 overs. Let's see what happens over here, Prithvi.
Definitely.
Time, it's full and back to the bowler. A dot ball to start. So that's a good start here by Green. And obviously Green has got good pace, and he gets the ball to nip.
It starts to less boundaries here. He has seen Norman Anwar going dangerously in the last 3 overs. So here he comes bowling on to Zishan Maqsood, the captain.
In comes Green to Maqsood. Green coming right arm round. This is again picked up beautifully by Maqsood, and this is going away towards the fine leg boundary. What a glorious shot. It was smartly done by Maqsood. That was beautifully done and rightly in the gap there, Prithvi.
Yeah, again, great support here from Zishan Maqsood. He's giving good support here to Norman Anwar, who has been racing towards scoring runs here for the Michigan Crickets. And Zishan Maqsood, his job will be to keeping scoring runs here for the Michigan Cricket Stars, so they can reach to their achievable target.
Yeah, and looking at the field, I mean, there is a third man outside the circle. There is extra cover, long on, long off. And the fielder on the leg side is deep square leg in place as Zishan Maqsood gets ready to face Durwell Green, who's bowling from the Macy Ranch end. This is full, and this is driven straight back past the bowler for a single towards long off. So 6 runs of the first 3 balls here, Prithvi.
Yes, definitely. Again, good start to the over for the Michigan Cricket. Staying at scoring at least 10 runs per over, so they're going on that mark every over. So here comes the dangerous batsman Norman Anwar on strike.
Yeah, that's right. And in fact, it's 5 runs of the first 3 balls, not 6. I beg your pardon. First 3 balls were faced by Maqsood, and now it's Norman Anwar who's going to face his first ball of this over. As we see long on, long off, and third man in place outside the circle as Green comes into Anwar. This is well bowled. It's again the bounce that I was talking about, Prithvi, and good carry and good pace by Green.
Yeah, it seems like it took him by surprise that Norman Anwar. Feels like he was not expecting that bouncer here from Durwell Green, but again, good bowling here from Durwell Green.
Yeah, and it's so important to have such a wicket-taking option, especially in T20 cricket. I mean, happen at any stage of the inning, which is exactly what you would expect from someone like Durwell Green. With his pace, regardless of whether the ball is new or not, he will get the ball to bounce and probably get something off the wicket as he comes in for the next ball. Again, this is short, but this is again beautifully played by Norman Anwar. He made full use of the pace and he played it away from the third man fielder. That's brilliantly done. He glided it away, made full use of the pace, and 4 runs over there. What a shot that one, Prithvi.
Superb timing there again from Norman Anwar. He is in his flow right now. He's going at a pretty good strike rate of about 190 strike rate. That's amazing for a T20 game. And he's moved on to 76 runs of 40 deliveries. Again, awesome batting here from Norman Anwar.
Exactly what I was saying. Alright, so again now we have a change in bowling from the Pearland end. It's going to be Siddesh Pathare, the captain, who's coming in to bowl to Zishan. First ball coming up. This is outside the off-stump plate to extra cover for a single. And 135 for 2, 6 overs to go. And these 6 overs, they're going to be crucial over here, Prithvi. Ideally, from Lone Star Athletics' point of view, they would like to keep Michigan to something around 50 runs. From Michigan's point of view, they would definitely want to cross 200 and probably go to 210, 220, especially with wickets in hand.
Absolutely. So here comes Siddesh Pathare. It seems like from the 2-3 overs, it seems like he's bowling a lot of variations here, keeping the batsman guessing. So let's see what he's got in store for Norman here, who's on strike right now.
Yeah, it's Siddesh who's coming in, and his field is straightforward. He's got a sweeper cover out, long on, long off. He's got deep mid wicket and deep square leg. In comes Siddesh to now full, and it's played towards covers. Well bowled by Siddesh. This is smart bowling. He's not giving him any room and he's not giving him any pace. Trying to keep it simple as much as possible. The fielder's inside. He has a cover fielder in place mid wicket. There is a short third and there is a backward point in place inside the 30-yard circle. Siddesh coming in. He's given away just 1 run so far in the first 2 balls of the 15th over. Siddesh to Anwar from the PL end. This is it's again just a single towards mid wicket. This is smart bowling by Siddesh, Prithvi.
Again, yeah, quick run here there for the Michigan Cricket Stars. Siddesh again keeping it tight, making sure the run rate doesn't fall over here from the expected. They're expecting to at least target that much here.
Yeah, it's very nicely done here by Siddesh as he gets ready to bowl to Zishan, who is facing the 4th ball of this over. Let's see what happens. And just a single again, so this is good bowling by Siddesh. 3 runs of the first 4 balls. Something's got to give, I believe, Prithvi, because just a couple of balls to go in this over and just 3 of it so far.
Yes, definitely. You can see Zishan, going for intent, of the last delivery. So I believe Norman might be looking to, get a boundary of this ball, the next ball. Here comes Siddesh.
Siddesh to Norman Anwar, who's batting on 77. Oh, this one, well, Norman tried to play the sweep. In the end, it was a full ball. It went over the batter's head and a no ball signaled by the umpire. In the end, I think that was a fair call. Because good to see the spirit between the two teams and Siddesh and the batter there, because the ball, even though it was almost a beamer over the head, but it was unintentional, and also Norman was trying to play the paddle sweep. In the end, a good call there by the umpire. A no ball and rightly signaled. So it's a free hit here for the captain Maqsood, and the field can change obviously because the batters have changed. It's the left-hander on strike, so it's going to be a free hit of this ball for Maqsood. Siddesh to Maqsood. This time he's picked it up towards long on. It's well bowled by Siddesh. That free hit just goes for 1 run. This is smart bowling.
Smart bowling there again. Zishan had the license to hit off that previous ball, but he could just find the fielder there for a single run. So good bowling here from Siddesh.
139 now on the board for Michigan Cricket coming up. So far just 5 runs off 5 balls in this over. Siddesh to Anwar. This one is picked up on the leg side, but again it's just a single towards deep mid wicket. A good over here by the captain Siddesh. Just 6 of it after 15. Michigan Cricket Stars are 141 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Alright, so we have the first ball of the 16th over coming up. Michigan Cricket Stars 141 for 2 in 15. Norman Anwar batting beautifully on 78 of just 45 balls with 5 fours and 7 sixes, going at a strike rate of 173. This is well bowled and it's backler. First ball of the 16th over. It's a dot ball to start over here as Norman is getting ready to face the second ball of the 16th over here. It is Kamran Sheikh who's bowling from the Macy Ranch end. This is flighted and well bowled, slower through the air. It's a single to long off. Good start here by Kamran Sheikh, and a good tactical change here by Lone Star to get Kamran on.
Yeah, it seems like the Lone Star Athletics are trying to bowl, hoping the batsman goes for it and ending up for a catch. So let's see if that tactic works here for the Lone Star Athletics.
Yeah, they probably don't want to give that much pace to the batters, asking them to generate pace of the ball, as we see the left-handed Zishan getting ready to face his first ball of the 16th over. Kamran on strike. This time he's trying to play the reverse sweep, appeal for leg before, and that looked really close. In the end, not out, says the umpire. Well, it's a leg bite.
Yes, that was really close. The impact might be a little out, but again, good bowling here from Kamran. A very good appeal again. It could have gone either way here.
Yeah, in the end, a good call at deep mid wicket. In the end, it just fell short, but it's just a single. Nicely done by the fielder there. It could have been a catch, but not quite, because it did not quite carry to the fielder there.
Yes, that was a good effort. He came down running from the boundary line, almost took it, but the bounce just bounced a little earlier before he could take it in his hands here.
Also, he was able to prevent the boundary, which was very important. So nicely done by the fielder there, as we see Zishan getting ready to. He's picked up the gap away from the covers fielder, and he's bisected the fielders at long off and extra cover. That's a glorious shot by Zishan, and that's 4 runs, a timely boundary here for Michigan Cricket Stars, Prithvi.
Definitely a welcome boundary here for the Michigan Cricket Stars. This could build some confidence here in the last few overs here for them, and they can build on scoring boundaries at least every over to build on that run rate.
Yeah, Zishan has moved on to 16 now of just 12 balls with a couple of boundaries. Final ball of the 16th over here for Lone Star Athletics. Just 6 runs of 5 balls. Kamran would want to finish well here. Final ball coming up. This is well bowled, and again it's past the covers fielder, but this time the fielder at long off giving the chase and keeping it to just a single. So a good over here by Kamran Sheikh. Just 7 of it after 16. Michigan Cricket Stars are 149 for 2. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so Siddesh to continue here from the Pearland end. Just 6 of his last over, which was a good one. He would like to finish strong over here. He's bowling to the Michigan captain, Zishan. First ball. This one again is well bowled, but beautifully picked up that one by Zishan, and a glorious stop over there by the fielder at long off. What a stop. He certainly saved 3 runs for the fielding team here, Prithvi.
Absolutely. That's a magnificent effort there here from the fielder down there. Captain bowling to the captain and saving 3 runs here.
Yeah, and the impact of fielding in T20 cricket was evident over there. I mean, every run is vital, and saving 3 runs for the team with such fielding, such efforts, exactly what you would want as a captain, as a fielding coach. All those hard yards that you put in behind the scenes, it's when they come off in such situations. That's what is the most pleasing aspect for any team or any management. Glorious stop over there at long off. Certainly saved 3 runs for his team, the fielder over there. As we see, Siddesh is getting ready to bowl the second ball of his 4th over, his final over here. He's just given away 20 runs in his 3.1. Not picked up a wicket, but he's kept it tight for his team. Second ball, Anwar on strike. This is outside the off stump, and it's gloriously played for a single towards extra cover. And Lone Star Athletics would definitely not mind these singles here, Prithvi.
Yes, there should be the game plan here. Bowling around the 4th stump, on the offside, not giving enough room. Singles won't hurt them, especially in this latter part of the innings.
Yeah, as Zishan gets ready to face Siddesh here. Siddesh is bowling from the Pearland end. Right arm over. This is full, and this time Zishan has picked it up beautifully, and it's gone on towards the leg side boundary for a glorious 6. In fact, it's gone all the way outside the ground. What a shot that one. It was a full toss, and Zishan made full use of it. Not quite the ball that Siddesh would have wanted to bowl. A loose ball, and brilliantly cashed in that one by the captain from Michigan.
Absolutely. Siddesh again, he doesn't look happy here. A full toss here on the leg side, and smacked there from the other captain, Zishan, on the leg side. 6 runs here for the Michigan Cricket Stars, and they move on to 157.
Yeah, 157 for 2, 16.3, and it'll take a few seconds or maybe a few minutes for the ball to come back. But what a shot that one. It was a full toss, yes, but you still got to put it away, and the way Zishan picked it up and played it gloriously on the leg side towards deep square leg, it was a treat to watch. And Zishan now has moved on to 24 of just 15 balls with 2 boundaries, and this huge 6 that he 81 of just 49 balls. He's going at a strike rate of 165. 157 for 2, Prithvi, and 21 balls left. What is your...
Again, both Norman and Zishan have built a partnership. They're not putting pressure on any of the other person here. So every single batter is going for it here.
All right, so next ball coming up here, it's Siddesh who's going to bowl to Zishan. He's bowling from the PL end and right arm over. This is outside the off stump. It's nicely played. This is going towards the extra cover boundary. And that's 4 runs again. What a shot. What timing that by Zishan. He played it away from the covers fielder. Yet again bisecting the gap between extra covers and long off. And what a shot that one. Side on the leg side. And that's brilliant hitting.
Again, no handbrake on. He's accelerated his innings of the last 2 overs. Making sure he's giving proper support here to Norman on the other end.
10 of the last 2 balls. 5th ball of the over coming up. Siddesh to Zishan. This is full, and this time Zishan has picked it up. It's a catch to deep square, but looks like it probably was dropped in the end. Just a single. The fielder did get to it. It looks like it probably Kamran Sheikh, and he may have hurt his hand, his finger, I guess. But that was a chance here, Prithvi.
Yeah, there was a glorious chance here for the Lone Star Athletics. They desperately need a wicket here and break this partnership, especially in the last 2 overs. Because if the last 2 overs of these 2 batters, they keep on going, they are going to expect their score is going to go over 200 runs here.
5th ball of the over coming up over here. It's the right-handed batter Anwar on strike. Siddesh to Anwar. This is full, and Anwar has played it towards covers for a single. And in the end, this is a good ball here by Siddesh. He has given away 32 runs in 3.5 overs. He's gone at a run rate of, in fact, I beg your pardon, that's the end of the over. So after 17, Michigan Cricket Stars are 163 for 2. Siddesh finishes his spell. He's given away 33 runs in 4 overs. It's been 2-5, but he's done a decent job in the situation. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need 1 hand on the roof, 1 hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go Rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
Well, the projected score says 192, but I mean, definitely 200 plus looks on the cards, maybe even 210 at this stage. I mean, it's going to be interesting what happens, because Nauman Anwar is well set on 82 of 50 balls, going at a strike rate of 164. Zishan Maqsood at the other end, he's playing a captain's knock over here as well. A very good cameo so far. He's moved on to 29 of just 17 with 3 4s and 1 6. He's going at a strike rate of 170. So we have a change in bowling now. It's going to be Ali who's going to bowl from the Macy Ranch end. He bowled his first 2 overs up front from the PL end, and he had gone for 21 runs of 2 overs. He's coming in the first ball of his 3rd over. Oh, what shot that one! It's picked up beautifully over the fielder at short fine. The paddle scoop, you can say. And what a shot. I mean, to play that against Ali Bangash with that pace just shows the skill set that Nauman has.
Definitely, that looks like a 360 player here, Nauman Anwar. Ali Bangash will have to strategy how to bowl to him, so they don't concede more boundaries of this over.
Well, it's just the confidence that Nauman is showing in his batting ability. I mean, the first ball pace, Nauman did face him in his first spell, so he's aware of what sort of pace Ali can bowl at, but still he's backing himself to pick that ball, paddle it over short fine and play it over the fielder's head. I mean, that was a treat to watch, a glorious shot. He's moved on to 86 now of just 51 balls with 6 4s and 7 6s. 167 for 2. First ball of, I beg your pardon, second ball of the 18th coming up. Ali Bangash to Anwar. This is well. Anwar moves on now to 87. Well, looks like he's cramping a bit. Obviously, it's very humid over here, and fitness is going to be tested, and we'll have to see what happens. Anwar is probably cramping. There was an inside edge. Not sure whether he's cramping or whether it's the pain due to the ball hitting him after that inside edge. Your thoughts on that, Prithvi?
It can be that it feels like
the ball took the inside edge and it hit his leg, so maybe that might be the impact over there. as Ali Bangash comes in to bowl to Zishan from the Messi Ranch end. Looking at the field for Zishan, the left-handed batter, he's got extra cover, third man, fine leg. Sorry, extra cover, third man. He's got long on, long off, and deep mid-wicket in place. Those are the 5 fielders outside the circle as Ali Bangash comes in right arm over from the Messi Ranch end to Zishan. Zishan walks away from, and he's picked it up beautifully. And what a shot that one by Zishan. It's gone all the way for 6 towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. He stepped on the offside. Ali Bangash is angling it away from him. He went towards that ball and he cross-batted it. But what a pick-up shot that one, Prithvi.
Definitely, they're not letting Ali Bangash here settle here for this innings. So they're making sure he doesn't get settled in here. Good shot here from Zishan.
Well, and what a partnership this has been, Prithvi. I mean, good to see the left-handed, right-handed batter as Ali Bangash comes in now right arm from the Messi Ranch end. Zishan on strike again. He walks in. This time he's picked it up. It's gone further and it's gone towards the deep fine leg boundary. What a shot! Back-to-back 6s. He's walking outside the off stump and he's picking him over the leg side fielder. And it's gone all the way again. Back-to-back 6s. What hitting this by the Michigan captain, Prithvi?
Definitely, it's like such confidence in both the batsmen actually, It's like 2 6s of the last 2 deliveries, making sure Michigan Cricket Stars, reach at a target which the Lone Star Athletics won't be able to cover up.
And in fact, it's the 100 partnership up between the 2 batters for the 3rd wicket. And the 100 partnership has come off just 44 balls, Prithvi. What amazing hitting, rotation of strike, and the perfect way you would want to play those middle overs and then have the launch pad to go for the kill in the slog overs. That's exactly what we have seen from Michigan, the template of sorts. What batting this?
Awesome. Yeah, I think they came out with the game plan just right when Zishan came out. He interacted that game plan to Anwar on the other end and making sure it has been converted pretty well here from the 2 batsmen.
Well, Zishan, 41 not out of 19 balls with 3 4s and 3 6s. And these last 2 shots, he basically knew that Ali Bangash is most likely going to bowl outside the off stump. So he was ready for it. He proactively walked towards the ball and he picked it up. The pickup shot twice to play that of Ali Bangash. It's not easy at that pace. And then not to forget the first ball of this over, the paddle scoop that Anwar played against Ali Bangash. This is some amazing power hitting ability that we are seeing over here.
Yes, definitely. Ali Bangash definitely is not happy with this over. He's conceded at least 3 boundaries, 2 6s and a 4. So he would like to finish it off pretty strong here of the last 2 deliveries.
Yeah, 180 for 2 and we 14 more balls to go. So certainly from here, 210 is on the cards for Michigan, Prithvi.
Yeah, they have just accelerated off the last 2 overs, and that's a good, from the point of view from Michigan Cricket Stars, a good target, to set up here for the Lone Star Athletics.
Well, we'll have to see what happens.
I think he's just about like 2 or 3 boundaries away, so definitely, a century is on the cards here for Norman.
Well, he definitely deserves that 100 if he gets there, but regardless, it's been a fantastic knock. He's batted all the way. So far, he's opened the inning. He faced the first ball for Michigan, and since then, he's just looked good. And obviously, he had good support from Haladar Das as well. Not to forget that inning after the early wicket, that not quite the early wicket, but after the first wicket, which went down with 37 on the board. Haladar Das and Anwar, they had a partnership of 43 runs, and it sort of stabilized the inning. Following which, the captain Zishan walked in. And we are looking at this, what they both have done here, the 100-run partnership in just 44 balls. We're just waiting for the ball to come back. And the ball is back for Lone Star Athletics. They would have to come out all guns blazing, show intent right from ball 1 if they have to win this game, Prithvi.
In that power play, to have a chance of getting something out of this game here.
Alright, so we have the ball back now. It come right arm over. And it's going to be obviously the captain Zishan Maqsood, who is going to face Ali Bangash. The 5th ball of the 18th over coming up. Ali is bowling from the Messi Ranch end. Ali to Maqsood. Pitching outside the leg stump, I believe, and Zishan would feel he missed out on that one. A little bit of bat on that could have been a boundary.
Yeah, especially after getting 2 6s of the previous balls here, Zishan was trying to hit it on the leg side again here, but missing this completely. And it's sort of a peel here from Ali Bangash, but that's probably missing the leg stumps on there.
Final ball of the 18th over coming up. It's 180 for 2, and they're going at a strike rate of they're going at a run rate of 10.2. That's really amazing. And both the batters, in fact, Zishan is going at a strike rate of over 200. That's amazing. Final ball coming up. Ali Bangash, he's into his third over. He's given away 38 runs so far. Ali to Zishan. Again, appeal for leg before, but not quite. So good finish here by Ali Bangash. 2 dot balls, showing all his experience. He's not quite happy with the way the over went, but it's been a good finish. So after 18 overs, Michigan Cricket Stars are 180 for Alright, so we have the 19th over coming up now. It is going to Durwell Green coming right arm around to Anwar from the PLN. This is again well bowled by Durwell Green. He's angling the ball, the right-handed batter with the right arm around angle. Not quite an easy angle to play, and this is a good tactic here by Green, except that second ball.
Yeah, Anwar looked a little late on that shot here, but it'll be okay, he's at the strike rate he's going for.
Yeah, I mean, Durwell Green, he's got pace and he's showing that over here. He's bowling the 19th over, 4th ball of the over coming up. Anwar on strike. This is shot outside the off stump, and this time wide signal by the umpire, and rightly so, because this one did look outside that wide line, Prithvi.
Yes, that was a clear wide here. Good call from the umpire there. Durwell Green kind of trying to keep it tight again, but this time missing the mark from margins.
Well, I mean, the plan from Durwell Green is pretty clear. Like, he's angling it away from the right-handed batter, and the field that he's got a backward point, he's got a regular point in place. Sweeper cover, third man, shot fine, deep mid-wicket, long on and long off, and a cover fielder. So he's taking it away from the right-handed batter. This is shot, and a good bouncer over there by Green. And in fact, it's a wide signal by the umpire. This is... probably it was over the head as per the leg umpire, so it was a good bouncer, but maybe a tad.
Umpire, they give them a straight up wide, so again, good call from the umpires again.
Yeah, and it's 1 for the over as well. Green just checking with the umpire. He probably felt it was a good bouncer. It was within the shoulder and head, but not quite, as the leg umpire was able to see it properly, and a wide signal. So 1 for the over is done. A wide is signaled. That's exactly what happened. That's a full toss, and it's picked up beautifully. Again, Anwar, this time he's played it for the full ball, and he made full use of that ball. He played it away from the long on fielder. Yet another 6 for Anwar, and he's raced on to 99 with that 9th 6 from his end. And the Michigan Cricket Stars are 194 for 2. What a shot that one, Prithvi.
Awesome. He moves on to 9 with confidence. He knows what he wants to do, and he's going for it. So again, super brilliant hitting here from Norman Anwar.
Well, and this is just the smartness that a batter needs to Anwar. This time, well, it's an inside edge. It's going to a short fine, but that's the single that Anwar would have wanted. He moves on to his 100. What a knock. This has been a glorious 100 by Norman Anwar. He races on to 100 of just 57 balls. It's been a treat to watch for all, and good appreciation there by all the players and all the spectators from the ground, and also both the dugouts acknowledging this knock. It's been a fantastic inning here from Norman Anwar. He moves on to 157 with 6 boundaries and 9 sixes with a strike rate of more than 175. What a knock this one, Prithvi.
Wow, I reckon to say a magnificent innings here from Norman Anwar. Century here in this game, and he's on a roll here for the Michigan Cricket Stars, building on the first game of that tournament of the season, and they're on a roll here. Superb batting here from Norman Anwar.
Well, final ball of the 19th over coming up. It's Maqsood on strike, the captain, and he's batting on 41 of just 21 balls. And Durwell Green, he's given away 40 runs in his 3.5 overs so far. He's into his final ball. He's bowling from the PL end to Maqsood. Green to Maqsood. This is again wide outside the off stump, and Maqsood tried to go for it. In the end, he got an outside edge. A good catch there by the keeper, and Maqsood, the captain, has to depart. It's well bowled here. Green deserved that wicket as a 195 for 2, and the captain Maqsood departs for a brilliant knock of 41 of just 22 balls with 3 4s and 3 6s. We'll be back in a few seconds.
क्या है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Alright, then the final over coming up now. It's Ali Bangash who's going to bowl from the Macy Ranch end. It is 195 for 3, and it's going to be Anwar on strike, who's batting on 100. Fielders outside the circle, long on, long off. We have a sweeper cover in place. Third man outside the circle, and there is a deep mid wicket. Ali Bangash coming into Anwar. This is full, and this time it's played away from the deep mid wicket fielder who's giving the chase. It's a couple of runs over here. In fact, gets 2.
That's what he'll be trying to. That's what he'll be trying to do, Ali Bangash, to keep it tight, not give boundaries here of this final over.
Yeah, I mean, Ali Bangash, he would ideally want to bowl those block hole deliveries that he's so good with, and that's exactly what the captain would want from Ali in this final over, as Nauman is getting ready to face the second ball. This time it's outside the off stump, well bowled by Ali Bangash, a very good ball, a dot ball over here. This has been smart from Ali in the first 2 balls of this over, Prithvi.
Again, great start here, the Michigan cricket stars slowly inching towards 200, but Ali making sure, he's keeping it tight, so they don't reach at least that mark here.
It's important. We see that Ali is varying his pace. He's not going for the full fast deliveries. He's trying to vary the pace a little bit overs. As Ali comes in, this time it's short and it's slashed away, and it's gone to. That's what happens in the slog overs, one hit here and there, and the ball just travels. As they say, it doesn't matter how the runs come as long as they come.
Definitely a little lucky there, Anwar, but he won't mind. It's 4 runs for him and for the team. So they move on to 200 runs here. Good innings here from the Michigan cricket stars. They move on to 201 here. We have 3 more balls to go for this innings.
Yeah, 201 for 3 balls left, and 210 is certainly on the cards as Ali comes in to bowl to Anwar. This is again outside the off stump. What a shot that one by Anwar. It is gone over the head of long off, and that's yet another 6 for Anwar. He has not finished yet. It is his 10th 6. What hitting this, and what timing. Glorious shot. There was some room given to Anwar over there by Ali, and he picked that ball up beautifully, timed it, and he ensured it's gone over long off. What a shot that one, Prithvi.
Absolutely beautiful batting here for Anwar. It feels like this should be a 50-over game, so we can watch Anwar bat more here. But he has been absolutely brilliant this whole innings.
Well, Ali Bangash, 5th ball of the over coming up. It's Anwar on strike. This one again, it's picked up gloriously. It's gone outside the ground. It's out of the stadium, and 11-6 for Anwar. This was on the stumps, and what a pickup shot that one on the leg side by Anwar. He is really showing his full repertoire. This is glorious batting here, Prithvi.
This is amazing batting here from Norman Anwar. He's making sure the Michigan cricket stars finish on a high, making sure they get as much as runs possible, for the team, so they can be able to defend them when they come to bowl out next.
Well, 118 now of just 62 balls. Nauman Anwar, 7 4s and 11 6s. He's going at a strike rate of 190. What a knock this has been. Just the sort of start Noman would have wanted for his minor leagues stars, would have wanted their new captain Zishan Maqsood. I mean, they lost the toss. They were asked to bat first, and they are 200 for 3. Final ball of the 20th over coming up. Ali Bangash has gone for 56 so far in 3.5 overs, as he's getting ready to bowl the final ball from the Messi Ranch. Anwar on strike. This is again beautifully Stars inning. They have finished at 214 for 3 after 20 overs, which means Lone Star Athletics would need 215 to win. Noman Anwar finishes with 119 of 63 balls, and he stayed not out, batted all the 20 overs with 11 sixes and 7 fours. Ryan Scott scored 18, Haladar Das 24, the captain Zishan Maqsood, an important. Siddesh was the most economical bowler amongst those who finished their 4 overs. He gave away 33 runs. Kamran Sheikh 7 of his 1 over, and Double Green, he picked up a couple of wickets in his 4 overs, and 1 wicket for Josh, who went for 22 in his 2 overs. So that's the end of the first session, and we'll be back in a few minutes with the run chase. Lone Star Athletics. Boundary, that's a glorious start here by Ryan of some sorts, as we see Durwell Green coming in now. Again, this is gloriously played over the bowler's head, and that's a beautifully played from the PL end. It's Anwar on strike. This is full, and this is driven. This time he's picked up the back gap beautifully between mid-off and Messi Ranch and Ryan Scott on strike. This one is played gloriously towards the covers boundary. This has gone away.
Fifth ball of the over.
Yeah, it's the 4th ball coming up here. Green. This time it's beautifully played by Ryan Scott. Would have wanted as Green comes into Scott. This one is full, and that's bowled him. That's a very good ball. Shot outside the off stump. It's cut away. This is going towards the 3rd man boundary. That's 4 runs. The gap that strike, he was off the mark in this over as Siddesh comes into Das. This is outside the off stump. This time he's picked it up beautifully. 1 bounce, 2 bounces. It's Das on strike. This is again well bowled, and this is nicely done by Das. He's again picked a step down, and he's picked it up beautifully. It's gone outside the ground, and that's
here comes Nitish Kumar.
3rd ball of the over here. This time it's picked up on the leg side, and it's gone towards the deep mid wicket boundary. That's a final ball to Anwar. This time it's full, and this is played away beautifully. It's going towards extra cover. Nicely done by the fielder at long off. In comes Josh. This time the batter steps down and he's bowling. That's the first. This one is outside the off stump, but that's beautifully picked up by Anwar. A glorious shot over long on. There was a fielder in place at long. 2 sixes. As Josh comes in for the final ball of his over. This time he's kept it wide, and it's gone over long off. Yet another 6. A glorious Kumar coming in now. This one is gloriously played again over long on. What a shot that one by Anwar. With as less boundaries as possible. This time again it's full, and this is gloriously played. It's coming towards the commentary box, and that's yet another 6 as Noman Anwar gets ready to face the next ball. This time it's picked up beautifully over the bowler's head. 1 bounce into the fence. In fact, it's and a beautifully played shot. This time it's hit the side. Green coming right arm round off the wicket as he comes in for the next ball. Again, this is short, but this is again beautifully played by Noman Anwar. He made full use of the pace, and he played it. Zishan gets to face Kamran. This is flighted, and this time Zishan has played it beautifully. He's picked up the gap away from the covers field, and he's bisected the well bowled, but beautifully picked up that one by Zishan, and a glorious stop over there by the fielder at Siddesh is bowling from the PL end and right arm over. This is full, and once again, what a shot, what timing that by Zishan. This is full, and this one has picked it up. It's a catch to deep square, but looks like it probably was in the first ball of his 3rd over. Oh, what a shot that one. It's picked up beautifully over the fielder at short fine. The paddle scoop, you can say. Right arm over from the Macy Ranch end to Zishan. Zishan walks away from, and he's picked it up beautifully. And what a shot that one by Zishan. It's further, and it's gone towards the deep fine leg boundary. What a shot, back-to-back sixes. As we see Green coming into Anwar. This one, what a shot, this one by Anwar. He's played it back, straight back past the bowler, over the bowler's head. And it's gone beautifully. Again Anwar, this time he's played it away from fine. But that's the single that Anwar would have wanted. He moves on to his 100. What a knock this has been. A glorious 100 by Nomar Anwar. He races on to 100 in the slog overs. As Ali comes in. This time it's short and it's slashed away. And it's gone towards the third man boundary for 4 runs. To bowl to Anwar. This is again outside the off stump. What a shot that one by Anwar. It is gone over the head of long off. And that's yet it's Anwar on strike. This one again, it's picked up gloriously. It's gone outside the ground. It's out of the stadium. And 11-6 for Anwar.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
Hello.
Okay, then welcome everyone for the second session. An exciting run chase lined up. 215 is the target for two opening batters, Hamza Bangash and Shayan Jahangir. Shayan Jahangir got a very good 50 in the last game against Dallas, and it's Hamza Bangash who's coming in his first game of the season. He was out from the last game due to an injury, as he's getting ready to face his first ball here. In comes the bowler from the PL end, and it's a slow ball outside the off stump. Some movement there for the bowler. A dot ball to start run. They've got a good score on the board, 214, Prithvi.
Yes, definitely. The Lone Star Athletics at this moment will be looking for a great start here, especially in the power play. Just two fielders outside the circle, so they'll be looking to have go at least 10 to 12 runs off the first 6 overs.
That's right, and the two fielders outside the circle. There's a fielder outside on the leg side, and there is one fielder at third man. Second ball coming up. This is short and slashed hard, and the fielder at third man tried to stop the ball, but it's gone for 4. A good start here for Lone Star Athletics. Not quite the way they would have wanted the boundary to come, but if you remember, Prithvi, almost in a similar manner, the Michigan Cricket Stars had got their first 4 of their inning.
Yes, absolutely. The first few balls of the first over, getting off to a boundary, a good start here, for the Lone Star Athletics. There was a chance there and the slip cordon, but I think that's a good chance here for the Lone Star Athletics to build on this.
Yeah, Zia Khan, the opening bowler for Michigan Cricket Stars. He had a good season. He picked up 17 wickets last year in the first season of the minor league cricket. Off stump, and this is again going towards the third man boundary, missed by the keeper, and it's 4 runs. So it was a catch. A dropped catch, you can say. The keeper not quite getting to it. In the end, 4 runs for Hamza Bangash. He moves on to 8 already off just 3 balls. I was talking about at an average of 16.82 with an economy of just 6.65. So he's been one of the vital players for Michigan Cricket Stars. And as we see over here, he's already created a couple of opportunities for his team. As Hamza Bangash moves on to 4 now. In fact, 8 now of 3 balls with 2 boundaries. In comes Zia Khan to Hamza Bangash. This is full, and what a boundary, a glorious shot by Hamza Bangash, and he's got 3 back-to-back 4s over here, exactly the sort of start that he would have wanted for his team, and this is look like an exciting run chase here, Prithvi.
Yeah, it looks exciting. He got those 2 boundaries of the first 3 balls, and that built up his confidence, and there's another boundary of this previous delivery now, so he would like to finish strong here for the Lone Star Athletics.
Well, Hamza Bangash is a dangerous player. If he gets for Michigan Cricket Stars, Lone Star Athletics would want Hamza to emulate that, and he certainly got the start so far. Let's see what Zia Khan comes up with. He's coming in from the PL and then 5th ball of the first over here. Hamza on strike. This is short, and again that's beautifully picked up by Hamza. There's a fielder out at sweeper cover. One run there, which means we'll have the new batter Shayan Jahangir, who will be facing his first ball. The 2 fielders outside the circle, there is a third man out, and there was a fielder at sweeper cover, and looks like now he's coming in for the new batter Shayan Jahangir. In fact, he is sent back again towards sweeper cover. So Zia Khan to Shayan Jahangir. Shayan coming off a 50 in the previous game, so he will be feeling confident, and it's 13 on the board already for Lone Star. Final ball of the first coming up. That's well bowled, defended off the back towards backward point. A quick single. That's the end of the first over. 14 runs of it, and we will be back in a few seconds.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Oh, yeah. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, Prithvi, we must mention the umpiring has been top class. Very good umpiring in the first inning from Sarwan Kumar and Brian Kane. Both did a good job, and it's always good to see umpires bringing their A game to the table. Of course, there would be human errors, but the way both of them have gone so far, it's been great to see.
Absolutely, Mr. Kumar and Mr. Lane, they have been brilliant so far this match, and Mr. Kane, I beg your pardon, Mr. Kane have been brilliant so far this game, and I'm looking forward to, their pretty good umpiring skills in this second innings as well.
So Hamza has raced on to 13 of 5 balls with 3 boundaries, and he will be facing the in fact it would be Shayan Jahangir who would be facing the first of the second over. The bowler will be bowling from the Macy Ranch end. The 2 fielders outside the circle. As we see, there is a deep mid wicket in place. Stump, in fact, not a wide, so maybe it was
for the Michigan cricket.
Yeah, also probably the bat flow that Shayan Jahangir showed when he was leaving that ball may have probably impacted the decision with respect to the wide ball. As the second ball of the over coming up, Shayan Jahangir on strike. This is well bowled, flicked away towards mid wicket for a single, which means Hamza will be back on strike. And I think that's the game plan from Lone Star Athletics, Prithvi. Shayan would ideally want to bat through, play the anchor's role, get the boundaries on and off, but at the other those quick runs, especially in the power play.
Definitely, that's always good to have a balance up the order, so they don't lose much wickets here, and then they can build on that innings, especially in this power play here for the Lone Star Athletics.
All right, so Hamza getting ready to face his first ball. This is well bowled, hitting the back of length, played off the back foot towards backward point. It's a dot ball, so this has been a good start over here in the second over from Michigan Cricket Stars. Hamza Bangash is batting on 13 of 6 balls, going at a strike rate of over 200. He got a couple of lucky boundaries in the beginning, but then he played a glorious shot over backward point. As we see the 4th ball of the over coming up, it's Hamza on strike. This one is played back to the bowler, and in fact it was very firmly hit. The bowler did try to stop the ball with his foot, not quite recommended. In the end, looks like the bowler is okay, but that could have been really risky, Prithvi.
Yes, that looked nasty glance, but I believe the bowler is okay here.
Yeah, I mean it's understandable. There is very little reaction time when the ball comes back to you in the follow through, especially when it's hit that hard. So you just react to it, and luckily for the bowler and for Michigan, the bowler looks fine and there is no major injury there. So that's good to see. As we see the 5th ball coming up, it's Hamza on strike. This one is in his zone, and what a shot this one by Hamza, and that's gone all the way for 6 over to the cover fielder towards the extra cover boundary. That's a glorious shot, and Hamza is actually taking the attack to the bowling team. And what a shot that one, Prithvi. It was in his zone, but to play that shot and then to hold that position just for the cameras, exactly what you would want from the opening batter chasing 215.
Especially, hitting a 6 on the offside is always a delight to watch, for any batsman or any commentator here, especially us here.
Well, what a shot that one from Hamza, and he held this position, and that was one for the cameras for sure. Final ball of the second over coming up here. Hamza is on 19 now, and he's looking really dangerous. Oh, that's well bowled, and appeal for caught behind, not out, says the umpire. And in the end, it's a good comeback there by the bowler. So that should be the end of the over. And after 2 overs, Lone Star Athletics are 20 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds. In fact, 21 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
But right now it's Zia Khan, right? Alright, so it's going to be Zia Khan to continue. That's well bowled, and this is played back to the bowler by Shayan Jahangir. It's a good ball here by Zia Khan, Prithvi.
Yes, a good length ball here, no room here for the batsman here. So it's making sure, they don't get away with boundaries here, especially this over.
Yeah, and Zia Khan looks like, his skill set is more like to swing the ball. He doesn't quite have the pace like someone like a Durwell Green, but he can definitely get the ball, which is exactly what he's trying to do over here. as we see the second ball of Zia's over coming up. It's the third over of the inning. Cheyenne on, in fact, a quick single over here by Hamza, and it's leg by signaled by the umpire Brian. So one run of the first two balls of the third over. Lone Star Athletics are 22 for no loss after 2.2 overs, and it's going to be Hamza Bangash moved on to 19 already with 3 boundaries and 1 6. As we see Zia Khan come back side, and very well done by the wicket keeper. It's good wicket keeping there by the keeper. White signal by the umpire, and rightly so. But that was exceptional acrobatic wicket keeping there.
Yes, he definitely saved a boundary in extras there, the wicket keeper. But again, it's good shape here, bowling from Zia Khan. You know, the way he bowls the ball, his seam movement has been pretty brilliant here so far.
Looking at the field over here for Hamza, in fact, it's interesting. They've got a deep mid wicket and they've got a deep backward square leg in place as the two fielders outside the circle for Hamza Bangash. So everyone inside the circle on the offside. As we see Zia Khan coming into Hamza. This is short, and this was the bouncer, but that's gone all the way. What a hook shot that one by Hamza. There was a fielder in place at backward square leg, but it went way over his head. Yet another 6 for Hamza. That's a glorious shot. The plan was there to bounce him. Hamza was ready for it, and that was a hook shot, which was a treat for the eyes, Prithvi.
Definitely a beautiful hook shot there here from Hamza, you know, making sure it's getting those runs here, keeping the scoreboard ticking here for the Lone Star Athletics.
Well, he's moved on to 25 now with a couple of sixes and ensuring that Lone Star Athletics are in the run chase right from the first over. Continuing here, Prithvi.
Definitely, it's an exciting match coming up. You know, we have a lot of cricket still to play, and the Michigan.
Well, we are just waiting for the ball to come back. It's 28 for no loss, I believe. And Hamza Bangash has raced on to 25 already. It's been... he's probably adjusting his field again now. So the fielder is changing his plan over here. He's got sweeper cover out and he's got third man out. So definitely that implies that the line is going to change because no fielders outside the circle on the leg side now. Zia Khan to Hamza Bangash this time. Oh, this down the leg side, it should be a wide, and Hamza must feel that he missed out on that, a little bit of bat on that, and that could have been a boundary.
Yes, that was a risky, but he'll be trying to bowl to his field now, especially in this next delivery.
Yeah, not quite what you would expect from an experienced campaigner, Zia Khan. You know, he's got the field outside the off stump, two fielders outside the circle, and he would want to keep the ball on and around that off field into a rhythm so far. But he's got the skill set to come back. Let's see what happens over here as Zia comes in to bowl to Hamza Bangash from the PL end. This is full. That's a very good ball in the block hole. Nicely played by Hamza, but that was good to see from Zia Khan.
Yes, a good Yorker there from Zia Khan, making sure not giving enough room here for the batsman. Hamza, who has been brilliant so far in athletics.
He's got a good Yorker. He swings the ball. It's just about bowling the ball in the right areas, and that's exactly what he would like to focus on over here. As we see, this is short, and Hamza tried to pull the ball. In the end, he got some sort of an edge. It went towards mid-on. It's a dot ball nevertheless. So it's been a good comeback now from Zia Khan. A couple of dot balls here, Prithvi.
Yes, I believe Hamza couldn't connect off that previous ball, so he missed out on that. He won't be happy here, but he'll be looking to score at least a boundary off this last ball coming up here from Zia Khan.
Well, I mean... 29 for no loss, Lone Star Athletics, and final ball of the third over coming up. In fact, it's 30 for no loss. Zia to Hamza. This one was full, and this time Hamza tried to play it on the leg side towards mid-wicket. In the end, it's a dot ball. So 3 dot balls to finish the over. Good comeback here by Zia Khan. 3 overs gone. Lone Star Athletics are 30 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco.
You save because rewards come first.
Alright, then we have a change in bowling here, Prithvi, and it's interesting. There's a spinner coming in now in the power play. So this is something that is a good tactical ploy by the Michigan Cricket Stars captain, because it can go either ways, but it's always one way to get a wicket.
Yes, generally it seems like they'll be giving them the license to hit here, the Lone Star Athletics. Mohsin is the bowler here, so he'll be coming here over the wicket.
Coming up now, 4th over from the Macy Ranch end. This is shot outside the off stump, and it's a dot ball towards point. 2 fielders outside the circle is the 2 fielders are long on and deep mid wicket. Looks like the bowler Mohsin, he looks like someone who bowls a little bit flatter and quicker through the air. It's Mohammad Mohsin, second ball of the over from the Macy Ranch, and again you see that it's well bowled, not giving any room and keeping it stump to stump. Not that much turn from Mohsin. Like I said, he's bowling a little bit flatter and quicker, but that's really good bowling. A good start here so far from Mohsin, who has bowled 2 dot balls here. Third ball coming up. This is again well bowled. It's again played towards point. 3 dot balls, and Mohsin again, he's one of those bowlers who probably runs through his overs, and that's exactly a good tactic, especially in T20 cricket, as we were discussing earlier, Prithvi.
Yes,
as we see the 4th ball coming up from Mohsin to Cheyenne Jahangir. 4 dot balls. Good bowling here. Good start by Mohsin, Prithvi.
Absolutely brilliant over, especially being in the power play. Just 2 fielders outside the circle, and he has bowled 4 dot balls so far to the inside batsman. Here comes for his 5th delivery, Mohsin.
Mohsin to Cheyenne Jahangir. That's again well bowled. Appeal for caught behind. Beaten outside the off stump. 5 dot balls. Like we were discussing, Prithvi, it's a good tactical ploy to get a spinner inside the power play, and so far he has delivered with 5 dot balls. He would like to finish strong. Final ball of the 4th over coming up. 30 on the board for Lone Star Athletics. Cheyenne Jahangir on strike. This is well bowled, and it's a maiden over. What an over that one from Mohammad Mohsin. It was fantastic to see a spinner bowling in the power play, and then he bowls a maiden over. So after 4 overs, Lone Star Athletics are 30 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright then, now we have it's going to be interesting, because looks like there is a change now from the Pearland end. It's going to be switching of ends for Muhammad Isa, who gave away 7 runs in his first over. Now he's going to come on from the Pearland end. Remember, he bowled his first over from the Macy Ranch. He's trying to do something different, and giving something to the batters to think about, Prithvi.
Yes, definitely. He's setting up the field that way as well. A fielder on the offside here.
You see the batter is just waiting, because the fielders are taking their positions. There are 2 fielders outside the circle, a third man and sweeper cover outside the circle, as we see Mohammad Isa getting ready to go over the fielder on the leg side, but it took an outside edge. Nevertheless, he's got 4 runs on the offside, so that's exactly what he would have wanted. And that's a boundary for Hamza Bangash. Not quite the way he would have wanted it to come, but he's got 4 nevertheless. He tried to play that over mid-wicket. In the end, it took an outside edge, and it's gone over the covers fielder towards extra cover for 4 runs. But as they say,
power there here from Hamza. He's the informed batsman. He's going with the attack here. So Isa will be bowling from the PLN end here.
Hamza going at a strike rate of over 200. He's on 29 of just 14 balls with 4 boundaries and 2 sixes. As Isa comes in to bowl to Hamza, second ball of the over from the PLN end. This time it's short, and Hamza has gone practicing that shot at the non-striker. It took an outside edge again. Lucky for him that the ball went over the covers fielder towards long off.
Yeah, there was a lucky miss there. But I believe the pressure coming off from the previous over, the maiden over, so trying to go after Mohammad Isa in this over to get as many runs as they can. And
to stay there as much as possible, because he can definitely give them that impetus up front, especially in the power play, as we are seeing over here. 35 for no loss, 4.2. Cheyenne Jahangir is taking some time to settle in. He's batting on 2 of 11 balls. And I mean, we'll see what happens over here as Isa comes in to bowl to Cheyenne Jahangir from the PLN end. This one, what a shot, this one by Shayan Jahangir. It was not a bad ball, but he played it beautifully. It was a glorious square drive away from the backward point fielder, and it's gone away from the sweeper curve fielder. What bisection, and what a shot that one, all class.
Yes, definitely from Shayan Jahangir here. That will relax his nerves, He's finally got a boundary here. That will build up his confidence going into the next few overs here.
Yeah, I mean, that was a treat to watch. I mean, it was not a bad ball, to be honest, but the way Shayan Jahangir played that ball just showed his class. As we see Isa coming in now to Shayan Jahangir. This time he steps down, trying to play it on the leg side over the short fine leg fielder. In the end, beaten for pace. Nevertheless, it's 1 run. Well, Shayan Jahangir looks like the ball did hit him as he tried to play that shot. He looks a little bit in pain there. We'll see what happens. In fact, he's going down at the non-striker's end. So, yeah, that was a ball which was very quick, and Shayan tried to play it on the leg side. He, in fact, walked towards the bowler. In the end, we'll see what happens over here. He looks in some by the captain himself. He scored 41, and now we are in this run chase where Hamza Bangasha started beautifully. He's raced on to 30 of just 15 balls, going at a strike rate of 200.
Definitely, and it's good to see Shayan Jahangir back on his feet. He seems ready to go now, and is ready to attack the Michigan Cricket Stars bowlers here. So it'll be an exciting finish here to the second innings. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, this should be good fun. I mean, and again, I was talking to you about Moosa basically conducting those games, the ICC games here, and the sort of stuff that the curator Sam Plummer did over here. To have that many ODIs take place in such a short span of time, and then to produce those good wickets, it was really good to see, and just shows the sort of management that Moosa officials have over here. It's just the background stuff that they do behind the scenes, which is what results in what we see in front of us. So kudos to the management, kudos to the officials, and it's great to see the way they operate, and it's a great learning, a great template for a lot of them. So it's good to see this, good cricket overall, and beautiful conditions to watch and play cricket, and an exciting run chase in place so far. As we see, it's going to be the next ball coming up here. 40 for no loss. This one is beautifully picked up. It's gone over the head of the all the way. This over here from Lone Star's point of view. This was short, but the way he picked it up and the way he played it over the fielder at mid-on and all the way over long on for 6. What a shot that one, Prithvi.
There was absolute class written all over it here. It's coming down the track, too short here from Mohammad Isa, but Hamza making sure he founds the fence, especially over the fence. 6 runs here for Lone Star Athletics.
He's raced on to 36 now of just 16 balls, 4 boundaries and 3 sixes. What an inning this has been, and it's a treat to watch him play the way he's playing. He's almost carrying on from where he left last year in the minor league tournament. As Isa side, Hamza tried to flick it away from the square leg fielder. In the end, it's a single to finish the over. So after 5 overs, in fact it was a dot ball, I beg your pardon. So after 5 overs, Lone Star Athletics are 46 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so it's going to be Mohammad Mohsin to continue from the Messi Ranch end. He bowled a maiden over, the last one. This one is played away over the fielder on the offside. It's going towards the sweeper cover boundary for 4 runs. And that's a glorious shot over here by Shayan Jahangir. It's a good start to the over, the first ball of the 6th over. They're 50 for no loss after 5.1. Shayan Jahangir gets his second 4. And again, that was nicely done by Jahangir. He's played it over the fielder at point, and it's gone away towards the sweeper cover boundary. A good start over here for Shayan Jahangir. To get a boundary of the first ball of the over is always something that any batter would want. Second ball now. This is bowled it quicker through the air, and this time Shayan Jahangir tried to play it between the backward point and the gully fielder, but a good stop over there by the fielder at gully, so it's a dot ball, and this one was bowled quicker and flatter by Mohsin. So a dot ball after the boundary of the first ball. Third ball of the over coming up. It's Shayan Jahangir on strike. This time it's a leg break, but Shayan Jahangir has played it over the fielder at long on, and it's gone for a 6. What a shot that one. It was a tight shot, but Shayan went for it. He knew there was a fielder at long on, backed himself to go over the fielder's head, and in the end, the result is exactly what he would have wanted. He's got a 6 over there. So 10 of the first 3 balls over here.
Mohammad Mohsin. Here he comes, Mohammad Mohsin. 4th ball of the over.
Shayan walking away, and this time it's full and it's played towards the first over he bowled flatter. This time he's bowling the wrist spin, leg spin bowling now. Let's see what happens. This one again, leg spin ball on the leg stump. It's a single towards long on. So 11 of this over of the first 5 balls. Final ball of the power play coming up, Prithvi. What do you think Hamza is thinking about on this ball?
I think he'll be looking to go for, this is the last ball of the power play. Just 2 fielders.
And there's a fielder at long on. There is a square leg in place. There is a short fine. And a fielder at backward point, regular point, and covers. This one is played beautifully by Hamza over the bowler's head. It's going towards the boundary. What a stop that by the fielder. That was glorious to see. He certainly saved a couple of runs for his team. The ball was travelling towards the boundary, and the fielder was just able to get his foot down in time. In the end, saved 2 runs for his team. That's the end of the 6th over. Lone Star Athletics are 59 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds.
So it seems like after 6 overs, the Lone Star Athletics are 59 for no loss. At this same point, I believe the Michigan Cricket Stars had scored 50 runs of their 6 overs. So the Lone Star Athletics currently a little ahead of what the Michigan Cricket Stars were at this point. So I think it's a good sign of positiveness here for them.
Well, 59 for no loss. It's an exciting run chase, 215 to win. And Lone Star Athletics have really started well over here, especially Hamza Bangash. He's raced on to 38 of just 18 balls, going at a strike rate of more than 200. At the other end, Shayan Jahangir giving him good support, playing the anchor's role, going at a strike rate of 100. First ball of the 7th over coming up. This one is well bowled. It was the slower one, deceived the batter in the
4-1 to start off his spell here. Good bowling here, good dot ball to start off with. The 7th over.
Yeah, Farhan Ali, he's the bowler who's come in now from the Pearland end. He's into his first over, and it's 59 for no loss. Hamza Bangash on strike. He's getting ready to face Farhan Ali. This is wide outside the off stump. In fact, it's Shayan Jahangir on strike, I beg your pardon. Wide signal by the umpire, and rightly so. 6.160 for no loss, 215 to win. Every over, every ball is vital, Prithvi, because they need more than 10
every over. So I believe getting a boundary or 2 every over would help them in this run chase here.
This is short, and this time it's gloriously played by Shayan. It's gone away towards the extra cover boundary. What a shot that one. It was shot outside the off stump. He had to place it in the gap and time it, and that's beautifully done by Shayan. That's yet another 4 for him. What a shot that one, Prithvi.
Absolutely, hitting through the covers, making sure getting his enough room is in his arc. 4 runs here, 4 more runs for the Lone Star Athletics.
And the power play is done, so the fielder off. There is a deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. Those are the 5 fielders as Farhan Ali comes in. This time Shayan flicks it towards deep mid-wicket, and it's just a single over here. Nicely done by the fielder at deep square, in fact, saving the extra run on the leg side. A single nevertheless for Shayan Jahangir. So he moves on now to 23 of just 20 balls with 3 boundaries and 1 6. 65 for no loss, Lone Star Athletics after 6.3. And fielders outside the circle are the same, and then the fielders inside the circle, we have a backward point, regular point fielder. Interestingly, the cover area is vacant, and that's nice to see. Alright, so it's going to be interesting what happens over here. It's 66 for no loss after 6.4, and Cheyenne Jahangir is batting nicely over here. Farhan Ali coming in. He's into his first over here. 5th ball of the over coming up. He's given away 7 runs so far. In comes Farhan. Cheyenne on strike. He steps down and he tried to play it on the leg side. In the end, Hamza tried to call him for a quick single, but rightly sent back by Cheyenne as well. It's a dot ball nevertheless, so that's a good thing for Michigan. And the final ball of the 7th over coming up. Prithvi, it's 66 for no loss, 215 to win. The next 3-4 overs are going to be crucial for Lone Star.
Absolute wicket so far, so they are well sought, for this run chase. So here comes Farhan Ali for his last ball of this over.
Cheyenne on strike. Cheyenne is batting on 23 now of 22 balls. Final ball of the 7th coming up. This is down the leg side, and this is nicely done by the wicket keeper, because that could have been a boundary on the leg side, but in the end it's a dot ball to finish the 7th. After 7, Lone Star are 66 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds. So 66 for no loss. More than 10 to 12 runs to stay with the run chase.
Yes, absolutely. I believe, having wickets in hand, they are in a good position right now, Lone Star Athletics. So they can, afford to, go for it and, not be worried about the wickets here. But they're well set here for a good run chase.
Yeah. First ball from the Macy Ranch end. From Zishan Maqsood. The 5 fielders outside the circle, they have a deep mid wicket in. He's coming left arm around to Hamza. First ball of the 8th over coming up, from away for a single towards square leg. The fielders inside the circle, we have a backward point. We have a regular point that is covered and prevented the boundary and saved 3 runs for his team. What a stop that one.
Yes, these are crucial runs they are saving here. This every single run counts, especially in a run chase in a T20 game. So, saving 2 runs, 3 runs, it's pretty crucial.
And it's a dot ball, well bowled that. He's keeping it away from Hamza's arc, not giving it in his 3 balls of this over. It's an interesting contest because Hamza would want to go for it here against the left. Bowling one full, he's keeping one short, he's bowling quicker through the air using the arm ball, and he's showing his full skill set here with the ball after having played a crucial knock with the bat. So as a captain, he's leading from the front. On the leg side, the trap was set. It's gone towards the deep square leg fielder, and in the end it's a stumps. Hamza tried to play it on the leg side away from the deep square leg fielder. In the end it went straight to him. A simple catch. The first wicket over here for Michigan Cricket Stars. Hamza Looked like a close call, Prithvi.
Yeah, it seems like came in.
As Farhan Ali is into his second over, he's given away 9 runs in 1.1 so far. Farhan said the bowler possesses.
Absolutely, there's a beautiful in-swinger there from Farhan Ali. Caught Nitish Kumar by surprise. He would require those boundaries to keep up with the run rate going ahead in this run.
But here for Farhan, he's coming in to bowl to Nitish Kumar from the PLNN. Kumar, he's moved on to 3 now of 4 balls. It is 73 for 1 after 8.4 for Lone Star Athletics, Prithvi.
So yes, again, the run rate creeping up, 12.5 runs per over now. Here comes Farhan Ali for his next ball.
Alright, so Farhan Ali coming in to bowl to Shayan Jahangir now. This is short, and this time Shayan has played it towards deep mid wicket, but just a single. Bowling to his field again, smartly done. The last couple of overs have been really good for Michigan. We were talking about it, Prithvi, after the power play. The next 3-4 overs are going to be vital, and so far Michigan has the upper hand here.
Yes, definitely. The last 2 overs, the boundaries have kind of dried up, and that's not a good sign from the Lone Star Athletics perspective. So they would like to get back on that run rate and make sure they don't be left behind in this run chase.
Yeah, the good thing for Lone Star, they've got wickets in hand, which is what is always important. They have to keep up with the momentum because it's such a big run chase. As we see, Nitish Kumar gets ready to face the final ball of the 9th over. Giving himself some room, played off the back foot. This time it's going towards sweeper cover. This is magnificently stopped by the fielder at sweeper cover. Just a single and a brilliant throw back to the keeper. Nicely done. The fielding has been top class from Michigan. That's the end of the 9th over. Lone Star are 75 for 1. We'll be back in a few.
घर लाने का लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
So the captain Zishan to continue here from the Macy Ranch end. He bowled a top class. He departed for a magnificent 40 of just 24 balls with a strike rate of more than 165. And now the 2 batters on who are there for Lone Star Athletics, Shayan Jahangir and Nitish Kumar. Nitish Kumar, who is getting ready to face the first ball here. This time Nitish has picked up and he's played the ball in the air towards long on. And it's a simple catch to the fielder at long on. So Nitish Kumar has to depart here. Not quite worked for today. Not quite the way he would have wanted it to go in the first game of the season. But a vital wicket over here for Zishan. He picks up his 2nd wicket. And it's 2 down now for Lone Star with 75 on the board. And we'll be back in a few seconds. So the new batter walking in for Lone Star Athletics is Kamran Sheikh, a dangerous player. He's got the hitting ability. He's got the big shots. Exactly what Lone Star Athletics would want from Kamran Sheikh over here. He's coming in at number 4 and the match is evenly poised. I would say slightly in favor of Michigan at this moment, especially with the couple of wickets that they have picked up in the last 2 to 3 overs, Prithvi.
Yes, definitely. The new batsman coming in, so he'll take some time to settle. So let's see how Kamran Sheikh will approach this opportunity he has.
Required run rate approaching 13 now per over. 140 runs in 10.5 overs. It is definitely a run chase to look forward to. And something exciting to look at. As fielders, the fielding is more or less the same. There's a fielder at cow corner, there's a fielder at deep square, and long on, long off sweeper cover. The regular 5 fielders outside the circle, fielder at 45 on the leg side, short third, fielder at point and covers. Mid wicket is vacant, and Zishan, he's picked up his 2nd wicket. He's in the middle of a top class spell. As we see, Kamran Sheikh is getting ready to face his first ball from Zishan. He's coming in from the MiLC ranch end. This is beautifully bowled by Zishan. He's bowling it slower through the air. Nicely.
Yes, the new batsman came in, so Zishan knows exactly what to do, bringing on all his experience here, making sure they don't get away with this run chase.
Zishan coming into Kamran Sheikh here. Third ball of the over. This is flighted and Kamran has played it nicely towards long off. He's off the mark here with this single. And 76 for 2 after 9.3 overs here for Lone Star Athletics. Zishan Maqsood, he's given away just 5 runs in his 1.3 overs. He's picked up a couple of wickets. Zishan to Cheyenne now from the MiLC ranch end. Cheyenne steps down and he's played it straight back past the bowler. It's a glorious shot. What a straight drive that by Cheyenne. It was fantastic to see him use his feet. He is very good with using his feet, especially against the spinners. Alright, so we have the first ball of the 11th over coming up. It's Farhan Ali who is bowling now. This is short and it's played off the back foot towards covers. Oh, that was a good throw by the fielder at covers. That could have been a close call for Cheyenne. But Cheyenne must have felt he missed out over here. It was a short ball outside the off stump. He usually picks up the gaps very well. This time he hit it straight to the fielder.
Yes, he has been pretty brilliant here so far in his innings, making sure the short balls are getting hit in for what they are known for. But this time he finds straight the fielder, no runs there here.
Second ball of the over coming up. Farhan Ali is into his third over. He's given away just 12 runs. He's in the middle of a good spell so far. Farhan Ali coming in to bowl to Cheyenne Jahangir. This time Cheyenne steps away and he's played it beautifully. He's played a glorious shot over there towards deep mid wicket. He walked outside the off stump and he got in line of the ball and he picked it up over the fielder over the mid wicket area and away from the deep mid wicket fielder. Glorious shot over there, Prithvi. What a shot. 4 runs for Cheyenne.
Absolutely. Another welcome boundary here for Cheyenne and the Lone Star Athletics. They would like to keep this going, keep that run rate in check so they don't fall behind much here for the run chase.
Cheyenne is batting on 35 of 29 with 5 boundaries and 1 6. He's going at a strike rate of 120. And it's 85 for 2 after 10.2. So now 130 runs needed in 9.4 overs and a required run rate of 13.45. They would want to keep the required run rate around the 12-13 mark, at least for the final 5 overs with wickets in hand. That's going to be the challenge, Prithvi.
Yes, definitely. And they must be targeting certain bowlers which they'll be going after in the coming overs.
Farhan Ali coming in to bowl to Cheyenne from the PL end. This time it's down the leg side and Cheyenne has played it nicely away from the fielder at short fine. Yet another 4. Cheyenne Jahangir showing his class over here, making full use of the loose balls and picking the gaps beautifully, exactly what is expected from him, and playing proper cricketing shots and showing his full repertoire. Again, a glorious shot, that one.
Yes, a glorious shot again, confusing the bowler here, moving outside on the offside. Farhan Ali didn't know where to bowl and he picks on that, getting another boundary here for the Lone Star Athletics, and Cheyenne Jahangir is on the move here.
Yeah, that's his strength, Cheyenne's strength. I mean, he uses his feet really well. I mean, that's something that is really his big advantage. As we see Farhan Ali coming in to bowl to Cheyenne again, he comes down outside the off stump. This time Cheyenne, it's a slower one. He tried to go over the leg side. In the end, he got a leading edge outside the off stump and it went away from the fielder at backward point. Lucky for him, it just went over the head of the fielder, which means he got 1 run over there. But that was a good ball by Farhan Ali. He saw the batter coming, dancing down and going towards the ball outside the off stump. He bowled a slower one and Cheyenne tried to play it on the leg side. In the end, lucky he did not play it straight to the fielder on the offside.
Yes, Tevo, he didn't want to do the previous mistake he did of the previous ball, so he makes sure he doesn't do it again. So here is Farhan Ali
Yeah, Ferran to Kamran Sheikh now, 90 for 2, 10.4 overs. Kamran is batting on 1 of 3 balls. Kamran Sheikh on strike. This one is played off the back foot towards sweeper cover, just a single. I mean, Michigan Cricket Stars, they would not mind the singles at this stage of the inning. And Ferran Ali has given away 22 runs in 2.5, so that's been a good spell so far. Even though he has not picked up any wickets, he's keeping it tight in this run chase.
Yes.
I mean, when you need more than 10 per over, if you're going at an economy of close to 7, that's really good, and that's well done by the bowler.
Yes, definitely. He won't mind the singles and doubles at all, as long as they're keeping the run rate in check here.
Final ball of the over coming up. This is going to be an important ball as Ferran Ali comes in to bowl to Shayan Jahangir. Let's see what happens over here. In comes Ferran Ali from the PL end. This is short, and this time Shayan has played straight back past the bowler and brilliantly stopped again by the fielder at long off. Must mention the fielding has been top class from Michigan Cricket Stars. They've certainly saved 5 to 10 runs in the field already. We'll discuss more on that after this. That's the end of the 11th over. It's 92 for 2 Lone Star. We'll be back in a few seconds.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so 11 overs, 92 for 2. The captain Zishan to continue from the Messi Ranch end. He's bowled 2 overs, given away just 10 runs, picked up 2 wickets. He's in the middle of a good spell over here for his team. As we see Shayan on strike to Zishan. Shayan steps down, and this is played back to the bowler. Zishan almost expecting him to come down the track. Bowled the quicker one flatter through the air, not giving him any room. And in the end, it's a dot ball. Well bowled by Zishan. Dot ball to start the first ball.
Shayan on strike. Here comes Zishan.
This is slower through the air, played off the back foot. Again, another dot ball. This is good bowling by Zishan. He's actually varying his pace beautifully over here. He's not bowling at one pace, and that's making it a tad difficult for the batters, because he's bowling the arm ball, he's bowling it flatter, then he's giving the ball some air, and he's bowling with good variations. In comes Zishan to Shayan. Third ball of the over from the Messi Ranch end. This is a full toss, and it's played away towards extra cover. A glorious shot again by Shayan, picking up the gap away from the fielder at covers and long off. And yet another boundary for Shayan. He's looking good over here, Prithvi.
There's a hint of reverse sweep, but he quickly changed his stance there. Shayan, but well played. He got a welcome boundary here. Zishan, I think he believed he caught his first boundary of his spell here.
Yeah, this is so important. I mean, it's very important to pick the gaps even in T20 cricket, and that's exactly what we are seeing over here from Shayan Jahangir. I mean, he's scored a 50 in the last game. He's now on 45 of just 35 balls with 7 boundaries and 1 6, and he's playing proper cricket and picking the gaps beautifully. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Zishan to Shayan. This is short. This could have been a catch. It was a little difficult. Zishan did dive. In the end, it's just a single towards long on. Zishan saw Shayan coming down the track and bowled it a tad short. In the end, it's a single, and some banter over there between Shayan and Zishan. Respect between both the teams is evident with the fun and the banter that goes on. Everything in good spirits, and that's really good to see. Kamran Sheikh is waiting for the next ball from Zishan. He's batting on 2 of 4 balls so far. In comes Zishan. This is played off the back foot, flicked away towards deep square leg for a single. And so far again, it's been a good over from Zishan. It's 98 for 2 after 11.5. So just 6 runs have come in the first 5 balls of this over, and Zishan would want to finish strong here.
Definitely, he has been a proper all-round performance here this whole game, Zishan. He's just given out 16 runs, picking up 2 crucial wickets into his third over. So this has been an exhibition of super bowling here from Zishan.
Alright, so we'll have to see what happens over here. Final ball of the over coming up. It's Shayan Jahangir on strike, who's batting on 46. This one again slower through the air, and this is a caught and bowled, and that's very nicely done by ball of the back foot. In the end, he played it straight back to the bowler. Zishan picks up his third wicket down for Lone Star, and they are 98 for 3 now after 12 overs. Shayan Jahangir has to depart for 46 of 37, and it's nicely done by Alright, so we have the experienced Janisar Khan walking in now for Lone Star Athletics, and this is a crucial partnership here, Janisar and Kamran Sheikh. Janisar again had a fantastic season last year, 329 runs with the bat, 19 wickets with the ball. Yet another vital, such a successful campaign last year. So Janisar, with all his experience, he's here now, and 117 runs needed now in 8 overs, a required run rate of close to 15. And this is an important partnership here.
Yes, definitely. Janisar especially will have to go from the word go here. They are required about more than 14 runs per over. So they would require at least 2 boundaries from now on. The run rate keeps on creeping up. So it's important for Lone Star Athletics to not fall behind more.
Zishan Maqsood, the captain, has been top class with the bat and with the ball. He scored 41, and now he's picked up 3 wickets in his 3 overs, giving away just 16 runs. I mean, he's really leading from the front, and that's really good to see. And Zishan Maqsood given the captaincy this year, and in the fired from a captain, leading from the front with the bat and the ball, and setting the fielders in the right positions. The fielding has been top class from Michigan. It's not over yet. It's an exciting run chase. 7 overs to go. In fact, I beg your pardon, 8 overs to go, 117 to win, as we see the first ball of the 13th coming up. This one is flicked away by Kamran Sheikh towards deep mid wicket for a single, and it's 99 for 3 as the new bowler Andre Bryce, he's come into the attack here. Andre Bryce for Michigan Cricket Stars, as Janisar is going to get ready to face his first ball of this new season, the new minor league season, the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, I beg your pardon, 2022 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. As we see Andre coming in to Janisar. Janisar has picked it up. This is going over the head of long gone, and it is 6 runs. What a start here by one. That's exactly what he has done and shown over here. I mean, there are no half measures from Janisar. The ball was in the slot. He picked it up. It's gone over the head of long on. What a shot, that one.
Absolutely beautiful shot here from Janisar. He knows what the game needs. He knows what his team needs. So he has gone for it. And he would like to build on this and get as many boundaries as possible here. And keep that run rate, intact here. For the.
If Janisar stays, I mean, we are in for a feast over here. Because it's going to be exciting. More than 100 to win. And we'll see what happens. Andre coming in now to Janisar. This is slower, and Janisar plays it off the back foot towards sweeper cover. Just a single in the end. Well bowled by Andre. That was very smartly done. He kept the pace. He did not give any pace, and he kept it back off length.
Yes, I believe Janisar was not expecting a slow one there, but well bowled here, Bryce. As you mentioned, Nikhil, earlier, during the game, bowling different types of balls and variations is important in a T20 game. So that brings out the techniques, and you have to think a lot every single ball here.
Alright, so it's going to be Kamran Sheikh now. Kamran Sheikh is actually batting on 4 of 6 balls. Andre Bryce coming in. He's bowling from the PL and end. 4th ball of the over. In comes Andre to Kamran. This is short. It's flicked away by Kamran again towards deep square leg. Just a single. Michigan will not mind the singles. I mean, as long as the boundaries are not coming, they would be fine. At the same time, from Lone Star's point of view, they have the capability, they have the hitting talent, the hitting ability to hit those big shots, as we saw from Janisar of the first ball that he faced. So it's an exciting contest here. The last few hours of the match coming up, and it can still be anybody's game. As we see Andre coming in to bowl to Janissar. Janissar just taking his time over here. Pretty standard field. In fact, there is extra cover, long on, long off, and there is deep mid wicket and deep square leg in place. The 5 fielders outside the circle. Andre to Janissar. This is short, and this time Janissar has played it beautifully, but the extra cover fielder doing it very well over there. Just a single. Nicely done by the fielder there, Prithvi.
Awesome again, as we mentioned earlier too, the fielding from the Michigan cricket stars has been exceptional this whole innings. They've at least saved at least 4 to 5 boundaries, making sure the Lone Star Athletics doesn't run away with the game here.
Kamran Sheikh on strike now. He's batting on 5 of 7 balls. And the final ball of the 13th coming up here. Andre to Kamran. This is full, and this time Kamran has flicked it away. Again, just a single towards... Oh, in fact, the deep mid... Yeah, just a single towards deep mid wicket. Nicely done by the fielder. Good recovery in the end by the fielder at deep mid wicket. He tried to collect the ball with one hand. In the end, there was some sort of a misfield, but as they say, never run on a misfield. So that's the end of the 13th. It's 109 for 3. We'll be back in a few seconds.
My son. He's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
So Zishan will be continuing from the MiLC ranch, and this will be his last over of his spell. He has been brilliant so far, picking up 3 wickets and only giving up like 16 runs of his 3 overs. Here is Zishan bowling from the MiLC ranch, and
yeah, it's going to be interesting. Kamran Sheikh on strike, a required run rate of 15 now, more than 15 in fact. 106 to win in 7 overs. Zishan to Kamran. This time it's played again for a single towards deep mid wicket. So
I believe Zishan's bowling this inning has been the X factor for the Michigan cricket stars. He hasn't given out and leaked so many runs as expected, so that has kept the Michigan cricket stars in this game.
Plus he's picked up 3 wickets. That makes such a difference. Picking wickets in T20 cricket always puts the opposition on the back foot. As Janissar gets ready to face the first ball of this over from Zishan for him. This is full, and that's very well bowled. It was flighted for him that he got some bat onto it. Otherwise, that would have gone onto the stumps. It's a single towards 45 on the leg side. 111 for 3 after 13.2. Janissar batting on 9 of 4 balls. Kamran Sheikh batting on 7 of 9 balls. And Zishan, he's bowled 3.2 overs with all the decisions that he has made so far. Kamran Sheikh on strike now. It's Zishan to Kamran, who's coming left arm around. This time Kamran has played it over the head of long off. It's 6 runs. What a shot that one by Kamran Sheikh. It was in his arc. As I had mentioned, these batters, they have the hitting ability, and that's exactly what we saw from Kamran Sheikh over here. The ball was in his zone, but he had to time it, he had to place it, because there was a fielder at long off, and he went over the fielder over here. It went away and over his head, and that's a 6 towards long off. A good shot here by Kamran. Next ball of the over coming up. This is short. This time Kamran pulls it. It's gone away from the fielder at long on. What a shot. So this is really nicely done, and the momentum is sort of shifting now again with this 6 and 4. What a shot that one again from Kamran Sheikh, Prithvi.
Amazing batting here, Kamran Sheikh trying to make a comeback here for the Lone Star Athletics. Zishan, who has been exceptional so far, hasn't been so good of the last 2 balls. Considered a 6 and a boundary of this previous delivery. So that's not, he would be like to finish stronger here, Zishan. So let's see what Kamran Sheikh is going to do of this last ball of this over.
Kamran has raced to 17 now of just 11 balls with that 4 and 6, going at a strike rate of more than 150. He would like to cash in on the final 2 balls of Zishan's spell here. Let's see what happens. In comes Zishan to Kamran. This is flighted outside the off stump. Well bowled. Very well bowled by Kamran Sheikh. I beg your pardon. Very well bowled by Zishan. Kamran asking for a wide, but that was nowhere close to a wide. It was well inside the wide line.
Yeah, trying to hit across the line here, but very well bowled from Jishan, making that comeback.
The off stump, making it difficult for Kamran, especially after the last 2 balls. Final ball of Zishan's spell coming up, 28 runs and 3.5, picked up 3 wickets. Zishan to Kamran. This one again, oh what a shot that one by Kamran, that's gone over the head of deep mid wicket. It's gone, Lone Star Athletics would want from their big hitter Kamran Sheikh. He's shown his full repertoire in this over. He's got a 6 over long off, he's got a 4 towards long on, and this slog sweep over deep mid wicket. What hitting this by Kamran Sheikh. He moves on to 23 now of just 13. After 14, Lone Star Athletics are 127 for 3. We'll be back in a few seconds. To win, required run rate of close to 15, but like I said, Lone Star Athletics, they have the hitters to score 15 runs in the next 6 overs. At the other end, Michigan Cricket Stars, they have been top class in the field, so we have an even contest over here. 7 wickets in hand for Lone Star as Andre Bryce comes in to bowl to Janissar from the PL end. It's the first ball of the 15th coming up. Janissar is batting on 9 of 4 balls, Kamran at the other end 23 of 13. In comes Andre to Janissar. This is outside the off stump. It should be a wide, and rightly a wide signal by the umpire. Make no mistake, there is as much pressure on the batter as there is on the bowler, Prithvi.
Yes, absolutely. T20 game is a game of chances, so you have to take your chance and make sure you don't let that pressure build on you and your team in this coming match.
Andre Bryce has gone for 12 runs in his first over. He starts with a wide over here. In comes Andre to Janissar. This is full, well bowled over here. Exactly what you would want. It's played towards long on, and it's just a single. Again, top class stuff by the fielder at long on. I mean, we've been mentioning about the fielding from Michigan. Yet again, another example here, Prithvi.
Yes, absolutely. The distance was well when he picked up the ball and threw the ball just under a second. Making sure they don't have and steal a second.
10 of 5 balls, but we have Kamran Sheikh who's on strike. He played 2 glorious shots which went for 6 in the last over. We'll see what happens over here. In comes Andre to Kamran. This one again, Kamran, he's played it in the vacant area between long on and deep mid wicket. But look at the field, look at the chase by the fielder at long on. He ran so quickly and kept it to just a single, preventing 2 to 3 runs and saving 2 to 3 runs for his team. Yet again, what fielding there.
Absolutely, Nikhil. They are giving their best. They're making sure they don't give out this easy runs, easy boundaries here, making sure they don't run away with the score here.
Andre coming in now to Janissar Khan, 3rd ball of the over here. This one is full and it's played again towards long on, keeping the long on fielder busy. I'm sure he'll not mind, because looking at the skill set that he has when it comes to fielding at long on, I mean, that's really exciting to see just watching from the commentary box.
Absolutely. Again, Michigan won't be too sad, just singles and doubles, as long as, the boundaries are not coming in. So they're making sure singles and doubles won't hurt for them.
Andre coming in now. He's bowling to Kamran Sheikh. 4th ball of the over. Kamran steps down, and this time it's outside the off stump. He's played it beautifully. It's gone towards the sweeper cover boundary. A glorious shot over there by Kamran Sheikh. He stepped down the track. Andre bowled it short, but Kamran was up for it, and he played it over the fielder at point and in the vacant sweeper cover area. What a shot that one. 4 runs. Brilliantly done by Kamran.
Absolutely. 1 bounce into the fence. 4 runs here. So it's good batting here from Lone Star Athletics,
Kamran has raced to 28 now of 15 balls, and they need 32 balls, a required run rate of exactly 15 at this stage of the inning. Let's see what happens. Every ball is an event, every ball is important. It's T20 cricket, it's exciting as we see Andre coming in to bowl to Kamran. This is full, this is slow, and it's played beautifully. It's gone towards deep mid wicket. It's just a single. Again, this is very well bowled by Andre. He's bowling to his field, and Michigan will not mind these singles.
Absolutely, They require about 15 runs, over 15 runs per over. So they're making sure, 1 boundaries is more than enough if they can, restrict them to just 1 boundary or over.
Well, from Lone Star's point of view, they would want a 6 or a 4 of this ball. We'll see what happens. Final ball of the 15th coming up. Janissar on strike. This is well bowled, angling it into his pads. It's just a single, probably a leg by. And leg by it is to finish the 15th. 137 for 3, which means Lone Star Athletics, they need 78 in the last 5 overs with 7 wickets in hand. We'll be back in a few seconds. Has given away 13 runs, and it's going to be exciting here. Janissar facing Mohammad Mohsin. Janissar can really play the big shots, and against a spinner, this is going to be really interesting. We'll see what happens. The fielders outside the circle, they have deep mid wicket in place, deep square leg, long on, long off, and a fielder at sweeper cover. Those are the 5 fielders outside the circle. Mohammad Mohsin adjusting the fielders in the 30-yard circle. He's getting a backward point a little finer. In comes Mohsin to Janissar, first ball of the 16th. This time Janissar gives himself some room, but very well bowled. It could be a run out. Oh, it's a misfield by the bowler. Well, that could have been an easy run out. Very nicely bowled by Mohsin. Janissar gave himself some room, tried to play it over the head of the point fielder. In the end, it was straight to the fielder on the offside. And it's a dot ball nevertheless, so a good result in the end for Michigan. As Mohsin comes into Janissar. This is outside the off stump. It should be a wide, and it's 1 run as well. So 2 runs over there for Lone Star Athletics. So now they need 76 in 29 balls, Prithvi, with 7 wickets in hand.
Definitely, they would have to go for the kill here. The Lone Star Athletics, the run rate keeps on creeping up, so they have to go at least 2 to 3 boundaries per over. And they have wickets in hand, so hopefully they can, try to get as close as possible and make this match as exciting as it can be.
Well, the next 10 balls are going to be very important from Lone Star Athletics' point of view. They would want to get as many boundaries as they can in the next 10 balls, because they need more than 2 runs every ball, and every ball is an event over here. As we see what happens, we'll see what happens. It's Kamran Sheikh who's getting ready. He's batting beautifully. He's batting on 29 of just 16 balls, going at a strike rate of more than 180. And he's already hit 2 4s and 2 6s. Mohsin to Kamran from the Macy Ranch end. This time Kamran, the ball was flighted. Kamran tried to play the big shot. It will be a catch to long on, and and it's very nicely done by the fielder at long on. What a catch! That was way in the air for a long time, but the fielder at long on made it look so easy. What a catch that one by the fielder, Prithvi.
Yes, Nikhil, absolutely. As we have seen so far, the fielding has been exceptional from the Michigan Cricket Stars, and that's another example of their, the ball went way up high in the air, but the fielder at long on making sure, doesn't hesitate on, taking that. So a crucial wicket here. Lone Star Athletics lose their 4th wicket for 139 runs.
Well, yes, and that's what happens in the run chase. It's never easy. The pressure, the scoreboard pressure is always there. You have to go for it, with a required run rate of close to 15. Every ball you try to go for the big shots. That's where the opportunities get created. And that's very smartly bowled by Mohammad Mohsin. He deserved this wicket. And Kamran Sheikh goes for a very well played 29 of 17. It was a nice cameo. He scored at a strike rate of 170. And it's the new batter Jay Desai who has walked in now for Lone Star Athletics. Jay Desai coming in at number 6 here. 28 balls, 76 to win. Required run rate of more than 16 now. And we'll have to see what happens now.
Yes, absolutely. The game is slowly inching towards the Michigan Cricket Stars victory, but let's see if the Lone Star Athletics can come closer to the target here.
Yes, and the new rule is still not in place of the new batter coming on strike when a wicket falls. So which means the two batters crossed, and Janisar, who's going to be on strike here against Mohammad Mohsin. Mohsin to Janisar, third ball of the over coming up. Jay at the non-striker's end. This is outside the off stump. Janisar has played it towards sweeper cover, just a single. This is again very well bowled by Mohsin. He's bowling it way outside the off stump, bowling to his field because he has that fielder at sweeper cover. Prithvi.
Yes, absolutely, Nikhil. Mohsin is the bowler who bowled a maiden over in the power play, not to forget that. So he knows how to, make sure the batsmen and keep them guessing on what he's going to bowl next.
75 needed now of 27 balls. I mean, a required run rate of 16.67. In comes Mohsin. This is well bowled. This could have almost been a wicket. Lucky for Jay, that ball did not hit the off stump. It was just a little bit away from the off stump, but very well bowled by Mohsin. And it's not easy. You come in and you have to go for it right away. That's what Jay is trying to do here. Mohsin to Jay. This time it's flighted, and this one Jay tried to go for the big shot. Another catch to long on. Another wicket over here. So wickets falling here for Lone Star Athletics. This is again very well bowled by Mohsin. He flighted the ball, kept it slower. Jay tried to go for the big shot, could not connect. Easy catch this one for the fielder at long on. And this is in fact the second catch here for Ryan Scott. He's been really good at long on. And this means the fifth wicket now goes down for Lone Star Athletics. They are 140 for 5, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Alright, so the final ball of the 16th coming up. The captain Siddesh Pathare walks in for situation here. 75 now of 25 balls to win. So they need 3 runs per ball. Required run rate of 18. But they still have that hitting ability. It's Siddesh and Janisar. Both can play the big shots. And if they get a couple of overs which they can really cash in on, it's still possible, but we'll have to see because Michigan is bowling beautifully and their fielders are really backing the bowlers. Final ball coming up of the 16th. Siddesh on strike. Oh, that's well bowled. That ball kicked a bit. Siddesh tried to cut it. In the end, it's a dot ball. What an over this has been from Mohammad Mohsin. He picked up a couple of wickets and he gave away just 3 runs. I mean, this is top class stuff from Mohsin. Prithvi. That's the end of the 16th. 140 for 5. Your thoughts on this over?
Absolutely brilliant. I believe for the Michigan Cricket Stars, the spinners have been absolutely crucial here. Zishan picking up 3 wickets, following up with Mohsin, who took up 2 another wickets. So 5 wickets have came from the spinners here, Michigan. So the spinners have been absolutely crucial for them in this innings, and they haven't even considered as many runs as needed here.
I completely agree, and a very good point you make here, Prithvi, because the spinners, they have bowled 7 overs, they have picked up 5 wickets and given away just 50 runs. I mean, that's been the difference in this run chase, I would say, and that's a good point because when your spinners pick up 5 wickets amongst themselves and there's still 1 more over left from Mohsin, so he might pick up maybe 1 more wicket, you never know, but 50 runs in 7 overs with 5 wickets in a run chase where you're chasing 215. That's
absolutely
the game.
And especially maiden over in the power play, so you can imagine it has been the X factor here for the Michigan Cricket Stars.
Yeah, and we see a change in bowling, I believe, now from the Pearland end. It's going to be Zia Khan who's coming into the attack now from the Pearland end. He bowled 2 overs up front. He went for 22, and this is going to be his second spell. It's going to be Janisar facing him. 75 in 4 overs. Required run rate of close to 19 now.
So Zia will be pulling the 2 crucial overs of the 17th and the 19th over, I believe. So let's see how he finishes off and making sure Michigan gets the win here.
In comes Zia to Janissar from the... Happy with that shot. The ball came in. Janissar tried to play it on the leg side. In the end, he missed it. The ball crashed onto the stumps. And yet another wicket goes down here for Lone Star. 6th wicket down. 140 for 6. We'll be back in a few seconds. The new batter walking in now at number 8 for Lone Star Athletics. It's Durwal Green, who's going to face the second ball of the 17th from Zia Khan. And now it is looking really difficult for Lone Star Athletics from here on. But it's very important to understand, Prithvi. I mean, you know, more often than not we talk about run chases, but it's a very long season. It's a big tournament with 14 games. And run rate is an important aspect in this long tournament. So regardless of what happens with the run chase, I'm sure Lone Star Athletics would want to finish as close as possible to the Michigan score. Ideally they would want to win, but with 6 wickets down, it's not yet over. Their captain is still there. They would want to go as close as possible with the run rate in mind. Zia coming into Durwal Green. That's going to be a leg by down the leg side, so Siddesh will be on strike. Your thoughts on the run rate aspect?
Yes, definitely. You know, this is a big conference. We have a long season coming up here, so the run rate, as long as you can get it closer to the target, it'll be good for your team, you know, going ahead, because we don't know anything. You know, anything can happen in the coming matches here for both the teams. So it'll be good if you can, you know, build up on that run rate and, you know, make sure you don't get far behind from the other teams.
All right, so it's going to be Siddesh who is going to face his first ball of this over. It's actually going to be the third ball of the over now from Zia Khan. He's into his third over and he's given away 22 runs. In comes Zia Khan to Siddesh. This is well bowled. It'll just be a leg by. Settle the bowler by walking outside the off stump, but the bowler was up for it. Zia using and showing all his experience. In the end, it's just a leg by.
Yes, definitely, Nikhil. At this point, the Michigan cricket stars will feel like, you know, dot balls and singles are equivalent to a wicket here, you know. As long as you're not getting boundaries, you are in the game and, you know, you got this win over the line.
That's right. Now it's 73 of 21. And it's going to be Durwal Green who's facing Zia Khan, who's bowling magnificently in this over. And he's picked up a wicket as well in this over. He's given away just 22 runs in 2.3. In fact, it's 3 dot balls that he has bowled because the leg bys don't count towards the bowler's figures. This one is shot outside the off stump and a glorious shot over there by Durwal Green. He's played it away towards the backward point region.
Absolutely. Surprisingly, there's no fielders in the covers and no fielders in backward deep point, you know. So I believe they were not expecting Durwal Green to go big, but he actually went, and let's see what Durwal Green comes up with in the next ball.
That was a glorious shot there by Durwal Green. I mean, you know, to rock on the back foot and then play the punch away from the point fielder. And now, rightly, as you said, Prithvi, they have a fielder back at backward point outside the 30-yard circle. As it's played towards long off for a single. So it's going to be Siddesh now on strike for the final ball of the 17th. It's 147 for 6 and 68 to win now of 19 balls. Final ball of the 17th coming up here. In comes Zia Khan to Siddesh. This is a wide ball, and to mention, the wicketkeeper has been top class as well. I mean, we saw so many saves down the leg side by the keeper, and rightly the teammates acknowledging it, and it's really good to see the athleticism from the keeper as well.
Yes, absolutely, Nikhil. You know, the Michigan cricketers are feeling confident and positive, you know, every single ball when they're not considering a boundary. They know they're closing towards that win. So they're making sure, you know, they're keeping their players' spirits high in this few last overs coming up.
Final ball coming up of the 17th. Zia to what a ball. That's a brilliant Yorker. And in the end, Double Green got his bat down just in time. Good finish there by Zia Khan. 17 gone, 149 for 6. Lone Star Athletics needs 66 in the last 3. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Again, I would like to thank our sponsors here for the Lone Star Athletics, who have been pretty supportive and helpful throughout this and are gonna be this minor league cricket season. The sponsors especially Insura, Financial Services, Lakshmi, Krypton Solutions, Nawab's Biryani House, Nitya Capital, and Sunoco. Thank you so much to our lovely sponsors here.
Alright, so the next over is going to be Mohammad Mohsin, who's going to bowl the next over from the Messi Ranch end. Mohsin is into his final over. He's picked up a couple of wickets and given away just 16 runs. And as we were talking, Prithvi, the difference has been the spinners in this run chase. And we'll see what happens over here as Siddesh gets ready to face the first ball of the 18th from the Messi Ranch end. This is flighted and Siddesh tried to play it on the leg side. He tried to sweep it, in fact. It's probably going to be yet another... In fact, it's a single. It probably came off the bat over here. But good bowling over here by Mohsin again, Prithvi.
Definitely. The batsmen, I think they have no choice here. They have to target every single ball. It's only 3 overs to go and they require over 60 odd runs. So they have to get a boundary at least every single ball or try to go for it here.
Double Green would certainly go for it against the spinner. Mohammad Mohsin to Double Green. Probably he was not ready. The spinner was already into his run-up. So Double Green backed away.
Maybe a smart strategy here from Double Green to get off the bowler.
Alright, so it's going to be Mohsin to Green. This is flighted and well bowled outside the off stump. It's an appeal for caught behind, but not out, says the umpire. Well, umpire is probably checking with the leg umpire whether he claimed the catch, and the leg umpire says yes, and which means it's a wicket over here. Well, initially probably the umpire thought that the keeper did not collect it cleanly, but he confirmed with the leg umpire, and this time it's a wicket. So as we were talking, there was one more over left for the spinner, whether he can get a wicket. He's got one. So this is the 3rd wicket for Mohammad Mohsin, and the 7th wicket goes down for Lone Star. 150 for 7. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so we have the new batter walking in now. It's Rit Hinge. He's making his debut here for Lone Star Athletics. Rit on strike now. He's facing Mohammad Mohsin, who's bowling from the Messi Ranch end. This is well bowled. It's played on the offside for a quick single by Rit. So he's off the mark here. And Rit Hinge, he's a talented young kid from the Houston cricket fraternity, and it's good to see he is making his debut here. Mohammad Mohsin to Siddesh. This one is played on the leg side by Siddesh for a single. Yeah, good to see 2 debutants here for Lone Star Athletics, Josh and Rit, 2 really talented young kids, and it's almost like a for them and their parents with all the hard work that they have put in. As Rit gets ready to face the next ball from Mohammad Mohsin. Over the bowler's head, and in fact again brilliant fielding there by the fielder at long off, saving a certain boundary, but a couple of runs nevertheless for it. That was a glorious shot. Not quite the boundary, but a very good shot to see.
Absolutely, they have bright futures ahead here, Rit and as you mentioned Josh from the Lone Star Athletics, and it's good to see young talent coming out from this minor league cricket here. This is especially good for America.
Final ball of the 18th, Rit on strike. This is flighted. This one Rit has played towards long on. And another catch over there for Ryan Scott. I mean, this is really, really good to see from the bowler. He gets his 4th wicket here, Mohammad Mohsin. And the spinners have really sealed the deal, almost you can say, for Michigan Cricket Stars. Mohammad Mohsin finishes his spell over here. He's picked up 4 for 21 in his 4 overs. Zishan picked up 3 for 34 in his 4. So the combined 8 went for 55, but more importantly 7 wickets between themselves.
Yeah, completely game-changing overs here from the two spinners here for the Michigan Cricket Stars, making sure the Lone Star Athletics do not run away with the target they have set so far. And again, Ryan Scott, he has been brilliant in the field. I believe that is his 3rd catch in that long-on region, and especially has also stopped amazing 2-3 boundaries here with this effort. So again, a great effort and exceptional fielding here from the Michigan Cricket Stars overall.
In fact, 4 catches for Ryan Scott, Prithvi, not 3, so just amazing from him. And it's 154 for 8 now, and now it's just a matter of time. But Michigan Cricket Stars, they've been top class throughout the day, we can say, with the bat and then in the field, especially the spinners. I mean, it's been amazing to see. Make no mistake, this is an away game for them, and then to come here in the first game of the season and to start the way they have started, it's definitely exciting for them.
This will definitely give them some great amount of confidence going into the next games they have coming up, and especially for this season's league.
So we have the new batter who's walked in now for Lone Star Athletics. It is Ali Bangash, who is going to face Zia Khan, who is into his final over now. He's given away 29 runs, picked up a wicket. Zia to Ali from again, played towards point, and it's a single over here, I guess. Yeah, so 1 run there, quick single. So it's going to be Siddesh now on strike against Zia Khan. 155 for 8, 18.1 overs. Siddesh facing Zia. Every run is vital over here because it's a long season. The run rate will come in the picture. This one is well bowled. Siddesh has played it back towards long off for a single. This is good bowling by Zia Khan. He's wearing his pace and he's not giving anything in the arc for Siddesh or Ali Bangash. 2 balls, 2 runs, and Michigan will not mind this. Last 10 balls of the inning coming up. 155 for 8, 156 for 8.
Here comes Zia.
Bangash. Next ball of the over coming up. It's the 19th over. In comes Farhan Ali from the PL end. It's Ali Bangash on strike. This one, Ali has played it towards long off, and what an effort over there. It looked like the fielder will catch it, but in the end he just dropped it after judging the ball so well. He got to the ball and he had it in his hand, and it's just the final step that he dropped it, but a very good effort nevertheless.
Yes, definitely. Although they have been exceptional, the fielder at long off was not able to hold on to that ball, but nonetheless it was just a single here. Lone Star Athletics.
Final ball of Farhan Ali's spell coming up, given away just 29 runs in 3.5 overs. Siddesh on strike. Siddesh walks down and he's played it towards deep mid wicket again for a single. So that's the end of the night. It's 161 for 8. Final over coming up now. We'll be back in a few seconds. Final over of the inning coming up. Siddesh on strike. Siddesh tried to play the paddle scoop. In the end, it's a wide down the leg side. It's Zia Khan, who is bowling the final over. It's 162 for 8. And Zia has given away 29 runs in 3 overs, picked up a wicket. In fact, 30 runs with this wide ball.
53 runs more needed. Lone Star Athletics would need a lot of wide balls like that to have a chance, but it's not going to happen. So here we go, last 6 balls of this innings.
Zia Khan coming into Siddesh, final over. This is well bowled and a good shot over there by Siddesh. It's going to third man, but a glorious shot by Siddesh. He rocked onto the back foot, he gave himself some room, and in the end he placed it beautifully away from the backward point and the third man fielder. A glorious shot there by Siddesh. So he gets 4 runs, but good commitment by the fielder at third man. He dived all the way and tried to stop that boundary. But these are vital runs for Lone Star Athletics considering the run rate. I mean, it's going to be a big win nevertheless. Anything over 25-30 runs in a victory margin. But every run over here is important for Lone Star Athletics with respect to the run rate. As we see Zia Khan coming into Siddesh. This time Siddesh, he stepped away, and this could have been a run out, but it's just a single in the end. He tried to play the paddle scoop again. In the end, just got some bat onto it, but there was a fielder at short fine. So it's a single nevertheless, and it's 167 for 8. Last 4 balls of the match coming up. Ali Bangash on strike. Zia Khan, he's given away 35 runs in his 3.2. Ali is getting ready to face Zia Khan. This is well bowled, a beautiful ball. It came right into the stumps, angled into the batter. Ali missed it completely. Zia gets his 2nd wicket. Zia showing all his experience of bowling in the death overs. Like we had mentioned initially, Zia he had a successful campaign last year, picking up 16 wickets, and he's got a couple more today. So he's really continuing from where he... And so that's the 2nd wicket for Zia Khan now. And he's got 2 for 35. Last wicket now, the number 11 batter Josh Saripella walking in here for Lone Star Athletics. He's a left-handed batter.
Talking about some positives here for the Lone Star Athletics, we had Ritz, and now we have the young kid Josh Saripella coming in. Again, it's good to see this young talent coming up, especially from this minor league cricket, and it's good to have future backed up here.
Yeah, and they were always, like they were in the run chase initially, especially the way both the openers started, getting those 40 odd runs. And, with the pressure of chasing more than 10, there's always some sort of pressure which can result in some false shots. That's exactly what happened. And then the good bowling by the spinners and the fielding from Michigan, that was something that really put extra pressure on Lone Star Athletics. Final wicket here, Lal's coming up, 167 for 9. Zia Khan to Josh. This is played towards mid-on for a single. So it's going to be Siddesh now on strike. Siddesh is on 10 of 9 balls. Last 2 balls of the match coming up. Alright, so Zia now. Oh, that's well bowled. Nicely done by Zia Khan. Siddesh tried to play it on the offside. Final ball of the match coming up. 167 for 9. And in fact, 168 for 9. Zia Khan, he has bowled 3.5 overs and he's given away 30. And it's 168 for 9. Siddesh on strike facing Zia. This one is played nicely by Siddesh towards the sweeper cover fielder. So that's the end of the match. After 20 overs, Lone Star Athletics finish at 169 for 9, which means that Michigan Cricket Stars, they have won this game by 45 runs. It's been a convincing victory for Michigan Cricket Stars, and it's been top class stuff by the bowlers from Michigan Cricket Stars. The spinners, Mohammad Mohsin, 4 overs, 1 maiden, 4 for 21. Zishan Maqsood, the captain, 4 overs, 3 for 34. And very good spells by Zia Khan, 4 overs, 2 for 37. Farhan Ali, 4 overs, none for 30. And in the end, for Lone Star Athletics, the opening batters, Hamza scored 40. Shayan Jahangir got 46. A good cameo by Kamran Sheikh, but not quite enough, which means Michigan Cricket Stars win this game, and that should be the end of the day over here, and we will see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It's good to have you guys. Take care.
Fielder at third man. Second ball coming up. This is short and it's slashed hard, and the fielder at third man tried to stop the ball. Season of the minor league cricket tournament as Zia Khan comes in. This is outside the off stump, and this is again going towards the third man boundary, missed by the keeper Hamza Bangash. This is full, and what a shot this one by Hamza. It's gone away over the fielder at point. It's gone towards the backward point boundary for no loss. This one is beautifully picked up. It's gone over the head of the mid-on fielder. It's going towards the long on boundary and hold a maiden over the last one. This one is played away over the fielder on the offside. It's going towards the sweeper cover boundary for 4 runs, and that's the over coming up. It's Shayan Jahangir on strike. This time it's a leg break, but Shayan Jahangir has played it over the fielder at long on, and it's gone for a 6 point, regular point and covers. This one is played beautifully by Hamza over the bowler's head. It's going towards the boundary. What a stop that by the fielder. That was glorious. This is short, and this time it's gloriously played by Shayan. It's gone away towards the extra cover boundary. What a shot that from the front so far, as the 5th ball of the over is coming up. This time it's slower, and Hamza tried to play it on the leg side. The trap was set. Zishan to Shayan from the Macy Ranch end. Shayan steps down, and he's played it straight back past the bowler. It's a glorious shot. What a straight drive that by Shayan. It was fantastic. Shayan Jahangir. This time Shayan steps away, and he's played it beautifully. He's played a glorious shot over there. Shayan from the PL end. This time it's down the leg side, and Shayan has played it nicely away from the fielder at short fine. Yet another 4. This is a full toss, and it's played away towards extra cover. A glorious shot again by Shayan, picking up the gap away from the fielder at covers and long off. This one again slower through the air, and this is a caught and bowled, and that's very nicely done by Zishan. He picks up his third here. Moosa into Jay. This time it's flighted, and this one Jay tried to go for the big shot. Another catch to long on. Another wicket over here. This one is bowled him. That's a wicket here. Janisar not happy with that shot. The ball came in. Janisar bowlers figures. This one is shot outside the off stump, and a glorious shot over there by Derwell Green. He's played it away towards the backward. Mohsin to Green. This is flighted and well bowled outside the off stump. It's an appeal for caught behind. Final ball of the 18th. Rith on strike. This is flighted. This one Rith has played towards long on, and match over there for Ryan Scott. Ali Bangash on strike. This one Ali has played it towards long off, and what a lower. This is well bowled, and a good shot over there by Siddesh. It's going towards the third man boundary. A brilliant effort there by the fielder at third man. This is well bowled, a beautiful ball.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.